I don't care if you're out there getting your nostalgia on. This is Black and Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, your boy Blue, coming to you live and direct from the Stack up in Hayward, formerly Paston or and Escondido, I guess. On my far left, mix it up on the ones and twos is Kronos.
Nostalgia factor times 10, X-Men 97. Just saying. Don't skip the intro.
On my far right is oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
Yeah, I guess there is a lot of nostalgia, but there's also a lot of new shit going down. Star Wars forever.
We're back at it again. This is Black and Black Times Infinity. Come to you live and direct. Kronos usually have some stats for us.
I do have the stats, even though we're late. Listener of the week would be Terry. Thank you very much for listening. And
Terry Crews?
I mean, maybe. There's definitely not Terry Crews. Yeah, it's not Terry Crews. And nobody's in the chat yet because we were late. So we were like, how many minutes late? I don't even know. Sorry, I got a huge monitor. I got a big ass monitor now. I got to look around it. We're like 12 minutes late.
Yeah.
Kronos getting whiplash from going left and right.
Right. I got one of them new curved monitors, HP Omen. So it's nice. It's cool to have like the curved like ultra wide monitors, but there's not a whole lot of content that's ultra wide on like the internet. I guess I can watch things that are like cinematic ultra wide, which are really nice because it looks like it's like way more engaging, and like just the way the screen looks is really nice. So yeah,
there's nothing on Pornhub. they usually have content.
I haven't put that over, but they probably do. Yeah,
they have content for everything.
Yeah, everything.
You want to watch porn?
They got VR. I know that.
We got you covered.
Happy birthday to Joe from Prereq Live. Today's his birthday.
Oh yeah, it is. I wish Prereq Live was still on.
Joe, Prereq Live. Hope you're doing good, buddy.
I missed that show. I missed those people. They're good people.
Yeah.
I try to keep up. I try to check in every now and then because Matt has definitely reduced his social media interaction. Becky hasn't. Becky's on there pretty often.
Well, I mean, they're busy now. Like they're working for like a production studio, so they're doing like plays and stuff.
They're doing that, but they also have like their own like kind of personal stuff they've been doing too. So I'm like, oh damn, you guys are doing all kinds of stuff.
They have like a movie theater in their freaking house, so that's dope on its own.
And they've been putting on, they've been doing like acting and stuff, and it looks like a little bit of film, like some independent film, like very little, but they're doing things out there.
Doing things.
You got to do what you love.
Yeah.
Oh, they usually have some RIPs for us. I mean, we gave a happy birthday, but
no RIPs.
Happy Death Day. No.
Yeah.
No RIPs. I have this week.
Oh crap!
I'm letting y'all kick back this week.
Let me give a shout out to Patrick. I don't think he's in the chat yet, but maybe he will be tonight. I don't know. I'm always surprised when he's in the chat. Anybody from like the East Coast area, it's like tomorrow when the podcast starts. So we did so when he was out here, Patrick, he came out for an unfortunate circumstance, but we got to meet up for SF Beer Week, the opening gala. And it was cool to see him again. We talked about it before, but he left. I might have accidentally stole his glass from SF Beer Week because like when you're there, they give you a little glass to like drink your beer, right? And for some reason, I had it the next day, so I just sent it back to him. So he said, "Oh, why don't we just do like a beer exchange?" And so he sent his beers. I'm sending mine hopefully tomorrow or Friday, but this is one of them. This is it's from Dovetail Brewery. It's called the Dunkel Lager. So I usually don't drink lagers very much.
Oh, Dovetail. I was like, I thought you said Dunkel. Oh, it is Dunkel.
Yeah, Dunkel Lager.
Is Dovetail the brewery?
Yeah, Dovetail Brewery. So okay. What's funny though is that he sent it out to my place and it got sent back to him, and then he had to send it back again. So some of the cans are like kind of beat up. If you can see this one, it's a little beat up. So, but it's all good. I'm looking forward to. I got some really good beers for him that I'm gonna send out to him. And I picked up some other ones from Stone that he might like, because the ones that you get from from the actual brewery are like limited releases. So I know Stone's not like the best brewery of all time, but I still enjoy it, and they still got some really good beers.
Yeah, they do. Speaking of Morocco, TJ, not Tijuana, but Trader Joe's. I just saw this at their location. recipe of alcohol, basically. They have a bottle, like a pre-mixed old-fashioned bottle. So like it's basically bourbon. It's everything you need for an old-fashioned, and it's all like in one container. That's what I have right now. This is like $20, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's not like you're not gonna get like your super fancy restaurant quality, but you know, in a pinch, it gets you where you need to be. So yeah, check that out. I mean, the bottle looks cool. It has a cool little graphic on there.
Show the bottle again. I wasn't looking. I was pouring a beer. Okay, it's literally called old fashioned. Okay.
Yeah, it's called old fashioned, and it says Trader Joe's on here. And Trader Joe's, they usually have some pretty good stuff. Like their wine is really decent too. So yeah, this is pretty decent bourbon. I like as if you listened to the podcast before, I like to cut my alcohol with more alcohol. So I added a little bit. I added an extra shot of bourbon to it because it's not. It's like 35%, which I don't know what bourbon is. What percentage is bourbon? I never really cared to look.
Bourbon, most bourbon is what 80. It's 80 proof to be.
That's 40% then, right?
It's 40.
Yeah, it's like 40. But there's some that are over 80. Some are like I've seen one that was like 110.
I mean, if you put alcohol with alcohol, somebody call you an alcoholic. I just call you an alcohol enthusiast. So
I call myself a scientist.
Yeah. Oh, oops.
And then on top of that, something I've been meaning to talk about. I mean, since we're still talking about alcohol. So there's this technique that I saw online on making perfectly clear ice cubes, and I've been making it. I've been doing it, and it works out flawlessly. It's so easy to do. So basically, what you do is you get like a tumbler cup, one that has like insulated walls. That's so funny.
Them walls.
Them walls. And like so you fill the cup up like 2/3 of the way with water, and you freeze it for like a day and a half, maybe 2 days, and then like you take it out. And if you ever done or ever heard of top to bottom freeze or like ice making, basically what happens is the water freezes at the top, and it freezes down into the cup, so it pushes all the impurities down to the very bottom of the container. So what you do is that once that 2 days is over, it's not fully frozen. Only the top part is frozen. So the top part is it's almost glass clear. Like it pretty much is glass clear, except that the water strikes, like the light bends or whatever, so it looks kind of blurry. But so I actually have an ice cube that I made. I mean, it's pretty much melted right now, but like this is the ice cube that I made in my drink, and you can see that like it looks like it's frosty or whatever, but like it's pretty clear. There's no like imperfection in it whatsoever. So
let me give a pro tip to what Blue was just talking about. So the tumbler that I used, the insulated tumbler, you have to make sure that it's one that doesn't have a lip on the inside. So you want to make sure that it's just like make sure it doesn't have a lip. Yeah, that way the ice cube can come out. So get the ones that have like the screws on the outside.
And so once the ice does come out, like say if it's like more than halfway frozen, you can get like a bread cutter and cut the ice in half, so you can make like multiple ice cubes, or you can cut it even more. So you don't even have like to have a perfect like circle ice cube. You can cut it up and make chunks. So that ice isn't perfect; it doesn't need to be perfect, and just throw that in your drink and bam, make your cocktail that you want to. So yeah, definitely try that out.
Yeah, it's a great suggestion. There's also other methods where you can use so that method's really good for like making like singular or smaller ice cubes, but there's other ways you can just use like a cooler where you can do like a big ass like large like chunk of ice cube, but it takes longer. It takes a little bit longer, and it's kind of more cumbersome. So
yeah, it takes up a lot of space in your freezer, so you need to have like a really big freezer for it.
Yeah, you can use you can use like an igloo cooler for it, but yeah.
All right. Where are we going to go first?
Well, first I want to talk about, so Blue came down, even though I only got to see him for like a night, but, still got to see you. And it was
that's fun.
I think it was some miscommunication on my part. I thought we were going to hang out on Saturday at Legoland, but you went on Sunday, and I work on Sundays. So
yeah, my son's birthday was on Sunday, so the reason why I wasn't on a podcast last week is because I was traveling down to LA. So we took my son to California Adventure for his birthday, but then we also made a side trip down to San Diego and went to Legoland. And then while we were down there, I hung out with Kronos and Prodigy, and we got to see his daughter and Rose, KR.
Yeah,
McR.
KR.
Let's
call her KR. Yeah,
we'll just call her K. But yeah, we got to see them. We went to Stone Brewery, And it's funny because I used to hate beer. Beer was disgusting to me because like all we had was like your MGD, your Miller Lights, and your Budweisers. That's basically all we had to drink. And I went down to see Cronus for his birthday. Like it's probably been like 20 years since this happened. But yeah, went down there. He's like, "Oh, let's go to this one brewery." I'm like, "All right, cool." And he was telling me like all the food is basically made with their beer. I'm like, "Okay, bet that sounds good." And yeah, I tried like a stout that day. Just fell in love with real beer. Like ever since then, it's been like the place was like a gateway drug. But what's crazy is that like when we went then, like it doesn't look like it does now. Like they had like nothing but dirt basically for their fields, but now they have like trees and fountains and koi fish. I think they had the koi fish.
They had the koi fish,
but like
and it was just everything was smaller. So like back then, I think they planted all the trees and the foliage. It just didn't grow yet. Like, all the bamboo. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. It was real nice. My son had a good time. Riley, your daughter showed him like the koi fish, and like he was like running around, and it was a really good time. I'm really glad we were able to hang out, celebrate little man's birthday.
You know, it's funny about your beer stories because like you and like one of your old roommates back when you lived in San Jose was like my gateway to good beer. Because I used to be like a big MGD drinker, which is like a terrible beer. And then one time I went over to your place when I was still a Marine. And it was Carl Strauss Golden Export. And it was the shit. That was like one of the best beers up until that point, the best beer I ever had. And that was like my gateway beer into like better beers and like microbreweries and all that stuff. So, and craft beer.
That's crazy how that happens. Like you taste something really good and you're like, oh, there can be good stuff.
Yeah. I think when people say they don't like beer, like unless you're like literally allergic to it, there's a beer for you. You just got to find it. So, yeah. But I got a beer that tastes like a fucking s'more. Actually, one of the ones that Patrick sent out to me it's a s'mores beer. So, which I'm surprised because I know he doesn't like a lot of adjuncts in his beer. So, maybe he's just trying to pawn it off on me. I don't know.
Is it better than Campfire?
I haven't had it yet, so it's in my fridge right now.
Okay.
So,
Campfire is pretty good, but I can't drink too many of those, man. I get not bubble guts, but like I don't know. It's a filling beer. Like you get full off of drinking one of them.
I start getting gassy now with a lot of beer, so that's an issue now. Now that I'm in my mid 40s,
prime.
So yeah,
Twilight years.
Yeah. When I take time off, it's like I'm like, all right, like my guts are like in line again, and then I start drinking again, or especially beer, and it's just like the bloat and the bubble guts.
Oh yeah,
gas. Yeah.
But yeah, so like over the weekend we went down to California Adventure with my son. He had a good time. He loves cars, so we went to Cars Land, which Cars Land is dope, dude. It's literally like walking into a movie. But what's really cool is that like at a certain time, like if you ever watch a movie, like Lightning McQueen somehow fixed the neon lights for the city, and like the lights come on, and Cars Land, and like they play the music from the movie, and like. I didn't know what was going on. I just saw like everybody like with their phones out, like pointing everywhere. I was like, "Is there a fucking UFO?" Like I didn't know what the hell everybody's looking at. And then the music started playing, and all the lights started coming on. I was like, "Oh, cool!" And so like I took my son over to watch it, and he was like super excited about it. He was like, "Oh, the lights, they're on!" And yeah, he got to take a picture with Lightning McQueen, which he was like, I think he was kind of starstruck because he was like kind of scared.
Yeah.
But like he knew who Lightning was, and it was really cute. But yeah, he had a good time. He likes the meter ride. This kid wanted to get on a roller coaster. Like at Disneyland, they had it used to be called the Stream.
Yeah.
But I think it's called like the Incredible Rider. It's the Incredible Coaster.
Oh, don't do that.
He wanted to get on that.
Yeah, so I took Riley on that. Oh, huge mistake. Because she wanted to get on a roller coaster so bad. And I was like, all right, let's do this. And we got on, and it was like when it started accelerating, the first loop-de-loop, she's like, "Is it done? Can we get off?" I'm just like, "No, kid. Like we're in for a longer. I'm sorry, this is traumatizing to you, but you picked this, so."
Yeah, but he was too small. I think it has to be like 46 inches to get on there. He's like barely 38, so he could get on there. But he was just kept saying, "I want to get on," and he was saying roller coaster. Like he wasn't saying like I want to get on that. Like this kid knew what the word roller coaster was, which blew me away because I didn't know he knew that word. So.
I like how you said away. You said blew me, and I was just like, all right. I'm waiting for the other shit to drop here.
Yeah, I had to put that in.
All right.
But overall, he had a really good time. We got some amazing pictures. And then, like, on Sunday for his birthday, went to Legoland. Legoland was a little bit different. Like, there wasn't too many rides he can get on. with us. Like some of the rides he had to go on by himself, and he didn't want to get on by himself. But the ones he did get on, he had a good time. He loved it. So
I was about to say,
I'm really excited about that.
I forgot that they allow those because I thought like for the most part you can't really. Is it just the one that goes in circles and up and down a little bit, like the bees or whatever?
No, this one was well, one of them was like a car, basically. Like it's like a power wheel that he could drive around. So there's like I couldn't even go I couldn't even go to a track to put him into the car. Like he had to walk over to the car himself, and then like they had to like buckle him in. It's basically like when it's almost like the cars are going around and they stop it, and wherever the cars are, that's where they are. So the kid had to like either walk out of it and walk in there. But he got into the car, sat in it, was fine, and then he saw mommy, and then like he wanted to go run back to mommy. So yeah, but yeah, it was a really good. It was a really good time. He saw some shows and this and that. So I mean, it was funny. So when we were leaving, he didn't fall asleep. Like he went past his nap time. So we started to leave the park, and he slowly started to fall asleep. But over by where Legoland is, there's like this field of flowers. I think it was called
Flower Fields. Yeah, Carlsbad. Yeah,
yeah,
it's nice.
So like I saw like a bunch of people like staring over a cliff, and I'm like, what are these people looking at? Like I thought maybe they had like a really cool view of like the city or the ocean. And so like I look over and it's like all these flowers. So I go get my son out of the car, and like he's like nodding off. But when a toddler is sleepy, they almost act like a drunk person. Like he was like wobbling his head around, and like I was like, "You want to get out of the car?" He's like, "Yeah, Daddy, I want to get out of the car." And like it was super fucking cute. But yeah, we all had a good time. It was really cool seeing all you guys too, which was a bonus. One little thing. So when we were staying in Anaheim at Home 2 by the Hilton Hotel, these motherfuckers were lost their goddamn mind basically. So obviously all the hotels around Disneyland, they charge you to park, right? Like it's like $28 to park your car there every day that you're there, which is dumb, but you know it's cheaper than
that's cheaper than San Francisco.
I bet. But these mofos wanted to charge $35 for my electric car to be able to charge my electric car there. And every time I charge my car, they would charge you $35. It wasn't like $35 a day, $35 a night, or $35 for the entire thing. It was $35 every time they needed to plug my car in to be charged. I'm like, dude, it even cost me $35 to drive down here. Like, what the hell? And that's $35 on top of the $28 to park your car. So they basically wanted like, I don't know, fucking like almost $60 just to put my car there. I was like, nah, I'm cool. I'll just supercharge my car somewhere else where it'll be a whole lot cheaper. But yeah, that was crazy. That was ridiculous. Like I kept asking people, I was like, "There's no way it's $35 to charge your car." Like I asked like 4 different people, who are like, "Oh yeah, it's $35." I'm like, "This is highway robbery."
Yeah, that's some bullshit. It's people just taking advantage of electric cars. Well, I guess while they can. So, all right.
But
Indeed.
I was just gonna say one quick little thing. So round trip from here to home to San Diego and back, I spent $140 charging my car. And I drove about 1,200 miles.
Yeah.
Round trip.
That's pretty good. I mean, for me, like one fill up is around that, right? So I think it's at least $4 a gallon for me right now to like fill up. So
yeah. But well, I probably have a smaller tank because it only cost me like $70 for me to hit full tank.
Yeah,
and that's on empty.
I've got a pretty big tank. Hold on, I gotta pull up a calculator. So
and you're all trying to do math. You're like,
actually, it's more it's more than $4. It's like I think 60 is usually what it is. Yeah, it's $101. Usually more than that though to fill up my tank. So I don't even know like where I filled it up last. I think it was like Costco. I feel like it was like close to $5. So
Costco's
probably it's going back up. In fact, I think it's certain areas of the bay might be $5.
They're going to start raising the prices for the summer blend here in California. So if you're not from California, if you didn't know this, they have different blends of gasoline. They have a winter blend because I guess it gets cold in California, so the gas doesn't freeze. But then like there's a summer blend so that the gas doesn't evaporate too fast. What I understand,
it's everywhere. It does that. Like it always goes up in the spring and the summer. It starts in the spring and it keeps going up. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out like how much I actually paid for gas. I'm pretty sure it was over $5. Yeah, it was over $5. So yeah, it was like more than $120 for me to fill up my tank last. And that's like that'll get me maximum 400 miles. That's like all freeway driving. So if I drive in the city though, because I got that big ass V8, like it's way less than that.
Yeah, well, my Q60, my QX60, because Q60 is a sports car. The QX60, like I was getting like 18 miles to the gallon, so $5. Yeah, it was. I mean, I could get 400 miles, but like that's all freeway.
Yeah, it's gotta be freeway. So like for me, I'm pretty sure like on the streets, I'm getting probably 8. Yeah, but it's worth it because I mean my car's fast, so
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind till I'm broke. So if I lose my job, then I'll be fucked.
Oh,
I'll
that'd
hop
be all right.
on my motorcycle.
I think if anyone loses their job, they're kind of fucked. Unless you're one of those 1%ers or whatever, then losing your job, you have your shell companies and hidden bank accounts. So
golden parachutes.
Okay. Yeah. Blue, you have a question in the chat. Apparently, Warrior Fellow was asking if you knew that Vice posted a Batman documentary.
No, I did not, and I'm going to go look right now.
Yeah, apparently Vice is posted. So if you know
I thought Vice went out of business.
That means it's going to be shady.
No, I thought Vice went out of business. No,
I thought they did too, unless they got saved. I have no idea. Apparently, they just posted.
Was it Captain Save a Company? I want to be saved.
Their website still works.
With that shit.
Oh, wait.
So before y'all drip down Nostalgia Road, I kind of want to bring up some stuff. There's been a lot of like, I guess, reveals and drops and trailer stuff that happened in the last like 2 days. Can we at least touch on that before y'all? Because y'all gonna spend the rest of the podcast talking about your Nostalgia Road, and there's only been 2 episodes, so.
I've only watched one, but we can't talk about it too much though because it came out like yesterday.
Today?
No, I'm pretty sure it's been out for at least because I checked last night and it's been out. But I heard it came out on Thursday or Friday of last week.
I thought it was the 20th.
About X-Men.
I don't know.
X-Men 97 came out today.
Oh, it came out today. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was midnight because I got home after midnight.
Oh, 97 release dates. Pretty sure it was today. Yeah, March 20th. Today.
Okay. Yeah, so it came out after midnight. That's when I looked.
How come like midnight doesn't feel like midnight, but 2:00 a.m. or 3:00 a.m. feels more like midnight?
RNH, as Prodigy would say. Oh, speaking of which, Prodigy's on the run again. Running his mouth about Food, so Food Police is chasing him down.
Wait,
they might have caught him by now.
Hold on. I feel like, is the cast of X-Men 97 the original voice cast?
Most of it.
I think so.
I think one of them passed away.
I think they are, yeah.
Yeah, but one dude, I think, the guy who played his Cyclops, I think he recorded very little. They had to replace him because the original actor, he passed away like a year or 2 ago. Or I'm pretty sure it's last year. But so they probably had to complete his work with another actor. So we'll see.
I mean, that's pretty dope that they did that. And the intro was like, redone, but also great.
So you're already going deep inside. But
talk about the intro. I mean, the intro is great. That's what I'm saying.
About the show, not about the intro.
I'm not going deep on the show.
Uh-huh.
What did I give away? The intro?
No. Well, a little bit about the cast.
Just the voice cast. I didn't say shit about the show though.
I'm just saying that's how it starts. Slippery slope.
The slippery slope is that the voice cast is like most of the original voice cast. That's nothing about the show though. Like the content of the show. I'm just saying like the original voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in chat was like, "Hey, I haven't seen it yet."
Don't worry, we're not gonna go into it deep. We're just gonna talk about surface level shit.
The fun stuff.
Yeah.
What is this?
No, not a lot of detail. Anyway, so I guess I'll start because Ninja's like going down a rabbit hole. So I watched X-Men 97 today, and then I told Kay, and then she was mad at me. So I guess I gotta wait and and watch the next episode. Anyway,
I didn't think she would watch the original one.
Well, no. So I asked her before I watched it. And she said yes, but I probably should have asked her, "Did you like it?" That's probably the most important thing because I didn't know she was gonna like it or not. So I watched the first one today without her, but I'll watch the rest of it with her. So honestly, like if you watch the old school X-Men, just watch this one. I mean, it's like if you like the old X-Men, basically they give you what you want, everything that you want. It's like basically just pick up like where the old one left off, and it's it's great. Like the intro is kind of redone, but the music is very faithful to the original. They changed some of the graphics for the original intro, but it's very similar to the original intro. The action scenes are fucking awesome. They do a lot of really cool, like the way that the various X-Men like interact with each other and do like tag team attacks is like really cool and really well thought out. Yeah, it's definitely double thumbs up for me to like go watch the show. Even if you didn't watch like the old ones, like watch this one. Like it's fucking great.
But hold on, the old ones are on there though.
Are they?
So yeah, the old ones are on Disney Plus because like if you go on there now, they have like an X-Men collection and it has like the original run of the X-Men, and then it says X-Men 97, which is a separate like.
How many episodes? Trying to see how many episodes the first season had.
I also believe because I was looking at it last night. I think they also have what was the one after X-Men, the Generations or whatever.
Oh, Wolverine and the Generation X or something like that.
Something like that. The one where they introduced X-23. So they have that one on there as well. There's also X-Men and the Wolverine, or X-Men or Wolverine and the X-Men. Sorry, and then there's the
X-Men Revolution.
Yeah, there it is. That's what I'm thinking of. X-Men Revolution is on there. So there's a bunch of stuff on there, and then there's the live action stuff, including the New Mutants, which got pretty much panned everywhere. So
the original series it was 5 seasons. It was a 5-season run, and there was 76 episodes altogether.
Jeez.
So if you want to go back and watch them, better start now.
Mm-hmm.
We know what's interesting is that it's called X-Men 97, but I mean it started way before 97, didn't it? I mean, I'm pretty sure it did because that definitely wasn't 72 episodes dropped in 97.
Yeah, first episode dropped in October 31st of 92.
Yeah,
season
okay, that makes sense.
Finished in September of 97.
Okay, that's why I call it 97. All right, because there's a comic called 97 too, so which I have.
And it's interesting because the series sticks to that era. So like, there's like a lot of '90s references that I don't want to spoil them because one of them was fucking hilarious. But yeah, there are some '90s reference in the series, and it hits you hard too once you see it. You're like, oh wow, that is what people wore back then.
Yeah. So the X-Men animated series is part of Fox's kids programming block. Mm-hmm. And I remember they did like this. They used to do this like it was like a reel where they want you to advertising to want you to watch all their Fox animated stuff. So they did like a little. It was like they added classical music, but they would sing the titles of each of the programs that would come on, and like it was pretty funny. And I remember they had this because they had a Saturday morning block for a while. They had a Friday and Saturday block. It's pretty wild shit. Back in 92, 91, 92, and beyond. So
I wonder,
damn,
who did the original music for the X-Men? Wasn't it like somebody from?
They need a goddamn award is what they need. Whoever did the original intro.
Composer was Ron. I can't pronounce his last name. Ron Wasserman. Is that right? Wasserman.
Yeah.
Oh, he also did the theme song for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which makes sense because that intro slapped too.
That's hilarious.
What band was he in? I thought he was part of a band.
So here we go. I was trying to look up like the when X-Men first came out, like the Fox Kids programming block. Because remember there were some bangers in there, and yes, there were. So the series was part of a Saturday morning lineup that included Bobby's World, Power Rangers, The Tick, and Batman, the animated series.
The Tick was. At least the Tick, the animated show, is better than live action, in my opinion.
Here's a little fun fact. The reason why I became such a big Batman fan is actually because of kind of because of Disney. There used to be a show called Darkwing Duck, and it was basically Batman, but with the duck. Mm-hmm. And that came out before Batman animated series, which is crazy. I think I might have mentioned on the podcast before, but yeah, Darkwing Duck was a shit.
Remember Gizmo Duck?
Yeah, Blinder Strikes.
Oh yeah, the guy on the unicycle.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. When I went to when I went to Disney World. What's his name? What's the name of the pilot guy?
Cloud.
The planes.
McCloud. It was something McCloud.
Yeah, Launchpad McCloud.
Launchpad McCloud. Yeah, Launchpad McCloud. Yeah, that's what it was. He was there, and I was like, wow, they really got this guy here. Like, do anybody even know who he is?
You do.
I mean, I did. I went over there and said hi and gave him a hug.
Papa Bear said, "When there's trouble, you call DW." Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
That intro slapped too.
Was awesome. It's funny because there was a crossover episode between it was DuckTales, the Launchpad, whatever Launchpad show was on, and fucking
Tailspin. Oh no, what was that Tailspin?
Yeah, I think it might have been Tailspin, but also the other with the Gizmo duck.
Oh my God.
They were all related or whatever.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, there was
funny.
I think Papa Bear just blew my mind. Was Darkwing Duck's name Daniel Wayne?
No, it was
Are you sure?
It was
That would
something
be
else.
fucking hilarious if it is.
It's Drake Mallard. All right, it's not.
Yeah, that was
All
Drake
right,
Mallard.
Drake
Yeah.
Mallard. There we go. I was gonna say that'd be hilarious if it was.
It
Daniel
would be.
Wayne.
I would
And he wasn't
laugh
rich either.
so hard right now.
He wasn't rich, but he had a nanny for his daughter or for his adopted daughter.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Oh yeah, it's Launchpad McQuack. So yeah,
There we go.
DuckTales,
McQuack.
Darkwing Duck, and the Gizmo
Well,
Duck. They're all related.
Yeah, Lunchpad came from DuckTales because he was
Yeah, Launchpad
Scrooge's
was
pilot.
DuckTales. He was the pilot.
Yeah,
That
so
always
they all
wrecked.
Hmm.
all worked together.
I remember Tailspin. That shit was dope. I think Tailspin was only for literally a season. I think everybody thinks that it was for way more than that.
No, I think
pretty
this
sure-
season was just really long.
Was it Tailspin? I think it was. Hold on, let me look it up.
It was
Yeah,
Tailspin.
Tailspin was
was-
the Cloud
Tails-
Skipper kid.
Tailspin was the Jungle Book rewritten basically because all Baloo
much,
was the
yeah.
pilot. Shere Khan was
Oh, no,
the
65
evil
episodes.
corporation king guy.
Okay.
It was more than that.
So-
It was only one season, but it was 65 episodes.
Yeah,
Which
that's what I
is- which
thought.
is
That's what I
weird.
said. The first season was hella long. It
Yeah,
was really long.
it spanned
Did
3
you
years.
Did you guys ever subscribe to what's it called Disney
Oh no, it was
Adventure?
1 year. Yeah.
The
No.
little magazine they had.
No,
Oh, you don't remember Disney Adventure? Oh man,
I do, but I didn't give a shit.
Oh man, it had all kind of cool comics in there for all the Disney afternoon shows and stuff. They
No.
have some pretty cool content in there.
So Drake Mallard is a parody of Kent Allard, which is the alter ego of the Shadow.
Hmm.
So if you don't
That
know
makes sense.
the Shadow is
Yeah.
an old comic book.
Which is
It
how
was
he's
turned into a
sort
live
of
action
dressed.
movie, but-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
an
that's
older
true.
comic, very old comic. So,
I remember his motorcycle reminded me of the one that Prince had for some random.
Oh,
I think
for
it's because it was
Purple Rain?
purple.
Yeah.
This is purple. That's hilarious. All right.
He even had. There was also what's his evil counterpart Negative Duck or something like that.
I think it was Negaduck.
Yeah.
Negaduck.
Sounds super wrong.
Yeah.
That sounds extra wrong. That can't be right.
It is Negaduck. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Negaduck. Negaduck.
Damn.
Yeah, they were skirting the line on that one, weren't they?
Yeah.
That ain't worse.
They were close. Luckily, it wasn't black.
Damn.
He was still a white duck.
Damn.
Yeah. And it's funny because people were asking, is it Megaduck or Negaduck? And it's definitely Negaduck.
Holy shit.
That's funny. Yeah, man. So yeah.
That's terrible.
But I think they brought back Darkwing Duck for a bit on the new
Probably the
DuckTales
DuckTales.
series. Yeah.
No, not DuckTales. There was a new with the 3 little kids and the
Oh, who you do?
Scrooge McDuck. Yeah. What's the name of that show?
Is that DuckTales?
That's DuckTales.
Yeah, it is DuckTales. Yeah, yeah. Honestly,
So-
yeah, that's another show that did a really good job of remaking it too, because the intro still slaps. They redid the intro. They got a really good person to really do the intro, and it was great.
Man,
Yeah. It's
Our
funny
gen- our-
because go ahead.
our generation cartoons had some dope intro. I mean, we couldn't skip them, so we had to listen to them. But
they were
yeah,
good.
man, like Static Shock had a good one. Batman animated series had one. X-Men, Spider-Man, that one was amazing.
Yeah,
Mm.
Transformers.
I think it is weird that you can like.
Well, no, Transformers had kind of. I have to admit, Transformers had kind of a shitty intro. The only time it got good, it was the movie. The movie had the excellent intro.
I do think it's interesting how you can like.
Intro was.
It's interesting that you can just skip intros now, and I'm just like, if you're watching X-Men '97, there should never be a skip intro option. You have to watch that intro because it slaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with anime. Like a lot of the anime intros, especially like
Some of
them,
yeah.
Some of them like you kind of like hear it all the time, but like especially with like Naruto and like Bleach, like the intro would change.
Yeah,
like that's how you knew you were like kind of going to a new season. The intro would change, and then even the outro music would change. So you had to watch that too.
Yeah. What's your favorite intro music for anime?
For anime? Oh,
yeah.
Damn, there's so many. Well, so one that literally, so I was literally at a coffee shop, and there was music playing in the background. And I was like, "Is that the intro to Inuyasha?" And like, there's like a DJ that makes like lo-fi music using anime music, and like it just I instantly knew it. And so I'm gonna say Inuyasha, just
awesome.
Not the intro, but the outro music. Because the intro music I think it was always the same, but I don't know, man. Outside of that, I don't know. There's so many.
So I think the outro to Samurai Champloo is like my favorite outro of all time. It's
that's true.
The Songs of Four Seasons. I can't say it in Japanese, but it's by God, I forget the name of the artist, but it's a dope outro. I listen to it all the time in my car. And then my favorite intro is either Tank. It's the one from the intro to what was the name of that?
Chainsaw Man?
No, not that guy. It's
Death Note.
No, well, the Death Note's my other one. My other favorite one is "What's Up, People"
good too.
by Maximum the Hormone. God damn, I forget the one with Tank. It's like the one with the jazz intro. Holy shit!
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, that's my other favorite one. Yeah.
That's really good. But that's the same producer, right? For those two shows, for Shampoo and Cowboy.
Yeah. Shinichiro Watanabe. It's the same director.
3,
like
2, 1, let's go. Yeah, that's a good one. What's a good one? Chainsaw Man had a really good one too. Like, their intro was pretty fucking dope.
You want to know who had a really good anime intro? Y'all gonna be mad. Boondocks.
yeah.
That's true.
Boondocks had a sick ass intro.
Let's see. Anybody in the chat give what theirs are?
Some people are. The chat's going off right now. Actually, you know what had a good intro, but the anime was kind of so-so, was Cannon Busters. Cannon Busters had a pretty good fucking intro. But the show was just kind of, it wasn't for everybody. Put it that way.
But everybody in the chat, what's your favorite intro or outro for anime? There's gonna be like, I probably should have typed it, but Darkwing Duck theme song still holds up. Darkwing Duck's daughter actress is also the voice of Chucky. Oh, Chuckle in Rugrats, Dexter in Dexter's Laboratory, and Oblina, All Real Monsters. All right, so that's from Warrior Fella.
Is the voice of Chucky? Isn't that Homegirl?
No, that's Chuckle from Rugrats. No, I said it wrong.
Oh.
Chuckle from Rugrats, not Chucky.
Because I was like, Chucky, isn't that like what's her name? Stone or whatever, the girl who does the voice of Bubbles.
Yeah, I forgot her name.
Bubbles is Tara Strong.
Yeah,
Tara Strong. Yeah, I think she also does the voice of Chucky and the other guy from Fairly Odd Parents. I think. I don't know. She's all over my TikTok.
Tara Strong does a lot of stuff. Yeah, she's a prolific voice actress.
For sure. Oh, Herb's Miss Minutes. That was some crazy shit.
There's Tara Strong and there's like another voice actress who's really good. Let me see who the voice is.
Summer.
I guess somebody else.
Cree Summer is also really good.
Cree Summer's a great one. She's an amazing voice actress. It's funny. What's even funnier to me is that a lot of like A-list actors and actresses, they also do voice acting. Some of them have done it for a while. For instance, So for instance, did y'all know for the longest time in the DC animated universe that Rosario Dawson was Wonder Woman in like multiple movies?
Oh yeah, I knew.
Yeah,
but I'm talking like at least 5+ like animated movies. She's Wonder Woman. Like what? Even like some of the recent ones. The most recent one I saw was Bloodline. She came back for that one. I was like, holy shit!
I know that she's a goddess. I know that she's a goddess in real life, and She's my pass. I'm just saying. So Rosario Dawson,
Yeah,
if you watch this, you're my pass.
But also, so if she's not Wonder Woman, she's Lois Lane in a couple other projects, while someone else is Wonder Woman. So I'm like, she's still involved in one way or another. It's like, what the hell? That's some crazy shit. And then like Danica McKellar, she's in. If you don't know who she is, if you ever seen the
The Wonder Years.
she's yeah, she's so she's in
Wendy Cooper.
yeah, she's Winnie Cooper, but she's also in Young Justice. She's Zatanna in Young Justice. So she's been doing it. Or no, I'm sorry. Zatanna is Lacey Chabert. No, Winnie Cooper's Miss Martian.
Mm.
She's been Miss Martian since the beginning. So
I didn't know that.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been Miss Martian ever since the show started, and she's never let anyone change her relationship with Chabert. They all came back for season 4. Supposedly a season 5's coming as well. So
right. Well, let's talk about some controversy. Like I know that's what you want to talk about in the beginning. Like the controversy about the woke. Well, first let's talk about, because we're going to tie these two things together. So let's talk about Acolyte, the trailer for Acolyte. It's the latest Star Wars intellectual property that is getting some backlash, but for me the trailer looked amazing. I think that most people have a problem. I won't say most people. I will say a certain kind of people have a problem when you have non-white dudes in lead roles. And like, I watched the trailer. I didn't even think about it. I watched the trailer and I didn't even think about it. And then afterwards I saw like all the backlash about people talking about how it's so woke and blah, 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 blah. Like, listen, just because it has women in it and people of color doesn't mean it's woke. It's also Star Wars. So we'll get into like the Star Wars wokeness in a little bit. If you just now realize that Star Wars is woke, in watching your whole life, then you're fucking stupid. You might have fetal alcohol syndrome. I'm just saying.
God dang. Oh, really quickly, someone asked, because we have more than one chat running. If y'all forget. But someone asked if we checked out, I know, State Farm. I see you. He asked if we checked out the Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero.
I saw that.
Is that the game? Oh yeah.
There was like a live stream of it today, and I saw it, but I didn't have a chance to watch it.
Wait, hold on. What other chat are you looking at?
Twitter.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Twitch. Twitch chat.
Twitch. Why is it?
Twitch gives us chat.
I do. Oh, maybe I click on the multi-stream. Hold on. Probably why I don't see it. Oh, hold on. Nope,
yeah, I went to go check.
It's broken. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I can't see it.
No, I see it now. I see you, State Farm. But yeah. So I didn't see the game, but some of us did. So there you go. Yeah, so I've actually got complaints that we don't check the chat, and I forget that there's more than one chat running.
Yeah, so hey, I didn't know that. So if you're on Twitch and you're watching this, I'll fix. So usually I click on like the multi-stream thing. So I'm using Streamlabs OBS. It's like behind the scenes shit. And when I click on multi-stream, I don't see anything in the chat, even when I click refresh. So I'll fix that in the future, and I'll see what the fuck is wrong with it. And yeah, so sorry if you've been like messaging us in the live stream.
Yeah, I just talked to people last week after our cast. They're like, "Hey, you guys want to answer the chat?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? We answer the chat all the time." And I realized that, oh shit, we're simulcasting, and on Twitch has this fucking chat. So people have probably been asking questions because once the stream is done, the chat disappears. So
yeah, it's so fucking weird. I don't know why it doesn't even pop up.
Anyway, I have it running right now, so
okay.
I'll keep us informed. But anyway, back to the Acolyte.
Oh, I guess now I can see it. If I just but I can't reply. I guess I'll have to like speak on it.
That's fine. We will reply live and direct.
All right. So hey, the person that's in Twitch, can you like send a message right now in the chat so I can see if I see it on the multi-stream side?
Yeah, Stay Farm. I need you to send it another question. And don't say nothing crazy.
I mean, you can. I'll still see it.
That's true.
Okay, that's what it is. Sorry. So I was trying to figure out. I was on a little bit of a side quest because I was trying to figure out like Tara Strong and there's somebody else that does like similar voice work, but it's a person that does the voice of Buttercups on
Powerpuff Girls.
On Powerpuff Girls, yeah. And there's a video of them like doing their voices, and then like they start like wrestling each other. And it's probably like I'm pretty sure I don't know why this doesn't have a million views plus because it's great.
Yeah.
If you know who Tara Strong is, like she's got talent, and then like
I like how you pause. Yeah,
she's got talent.
She's top heavy. Yeah, she's top
then,
heavy as well.
Yeah, the other actress, she's talented too, and so like it's.
But they are actually really talented.
They are really talented. Tara Strong is voiced like a lot. There's actually a bunch of videos where people ask her if she can do her favorite voices. She does them in like 30 seconds flat. She does like 20 voices in 30 seconds.
Wow,
it's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then I actually ran into her the last time we went to Comic-Con. The last time I went to Comic-Con, I ran into her. And then she's in Suicide Squad. She comes back to voice Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's her? Okay, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's her. That's why I'm like, dude, this is a really good actress. Yeah. And come to find out, it's fucking Tara Strong. Well, no wonder.
You know what's hilarious is that a little side note or whatever, off topic. But it's like I saw like a lot of videos and like comparisons of the Harley Quinn model for Suicide Squad Kills Justice League compared to the old Batman Arkham games. And they were saying how like in the Harley costume that the old Harley looked like way better than the new Harley in the Harley Quinn like traditional old school costume. But it's like, yeah, in that one costume, you're right. She does look like worse in that game. But if you look at like the actual models they made for the game, they make like the old one look like dog shit. Like like the way that she looks in the game, in like her normal like Suicide Squad non-DLC extra add-on whatever, she looks like way better. Like she's honestly one of the best character models in the game. Her and Captain Boomerang, they both look really good. Because Captain Boomerang has like these, he has freckles on his face, like oddly placed and shit. And it's interesting to me how it can make somebody look like how do I say it? They don't look pretty. Like it's pretty hard to make somebody look like either average or below average in a game because it's like it's easy to make somebody look, good, but to make them look not good with detail, I think takes a lot. And that's why I appreciated that dude's character model.
Oh, so if you look at Harley Quinn if you use her her Arkham Asylum like skin or getup, she has freckles on her face too.
Ah, okay.
Like without because like if you use her normal one, she has face paint. Yeah. But if you take the face paint out, she has fucking freckles. Like holy shit, it's pretty awesome. Anyway, back on target. Acolyte, because I see some people in the chat like talking about it.
Yeah.
This is I think it's confusing for a lot of people about when this takes place, and there's been some stuff from Lucasfilm and the Star Wars like Twitter and Instagram that are putting out little bits of information, but this basically takes place during the High Republic era. And this will be the first live action High Republic like show. It is not the first time we'll see High Republic like in media because this has been going on since 2020 or no 2021. Yeah, well, they postponed since 2020.
Well, there's been a High Republic comic for a while now, so
there's been comics, books, and if you played Jedi Survivor, you get a very good look at also the High Republic in that game, which I did not expect. I thought it was just going to be like Republic era, but there's like a lot of times where you go and get a huge look at what was going on during the High Republic. So that gave me even a greater appreciation for that fucking game. So, but yeah, so this has some pretty, I guess I would say kind of new faces or maybe some unknowns, but there's one face I think a lot of people really do know, or maybe two faces that a lot of people know. One is Carrie-Anne Moss, as most people obviously know, is Trinity from Matrix. She's a Jedi in this show.
Well, you gotta say her other name. She's Hogarth.
Jared Hogarth. Yeah,
that's
Hogarth is
thick Trinity. That's Hogarth.
Yeah.
God dang. Yeah, Hogarth is thick as hell. It's funny because I just finished Jessica Jones season 3, and like literally days later, I see thick Hogarth in a Jedi robe, and I'm like, God dang.
Yeah, but, this is of no disrespect to her at all. Like, she definitely looks. No disrespect.
It's great to see Carrie-Anne Moss again because I think since Matrix 4, we haven't really seen her, which isn't that long ago, but still.
She went looking good in leather to looking good in leather.
We also get one of the guys from Squid Games, one of the main characters. He's a Jedi in this as well. And then a lot of people with keen eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Probably figured out Daphne Keane,
Daphne Keane,
who plays X-23 and Logan. She's in the show as well. She's like an alien. It looks like she's wearing makeup, but not sure. I can't tell.
She's definitely wearing
makeup. I
can't
tell if makeup or her alien race actually has that. I'm pretty sure they just have that.
It's weird.
She's a Jedi as well.
It's weird seeing her like grown up because I feel like she grew up like overnight, but obviously Logan was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't know how old she is now, but it's like I was like, what the fuck? Like how much time has passed since Logan?
Yeah.
How old is Daphne Keane? Hold on.
You guys
it's pretty cool that
Logan came out pre-pandemic, which was like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
the forgotten years. But it's interesting that like for these Disney Star Wars shows, they're bringing in they're not like super A-list actresses and stuff like that, but they're still pretty talented. Like in Ahsoka, we got homegirl from Scott Pilgrim. What's her name?
Oh, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. But she's been.
Yeah, we got her and a couple other people in Ahsoka. So
yeah, she's already. 19.
I like that they're bringing some good actress in.
She's 19 years old now. That's fucking weird.
So, already?
Yeah, Logan was in 2017. So yeah,
there you go.
That's the last time I saw her, and it's like now it's like holy shit, she's like grown up. But I guess
she in Transformers?
She was in His Dark Materials.
She might have been. She might have been in the Mark Wahlberg Transformers. Not sure though.
Yeah, I think they
very possibly.
They kind of like sexualized her in the Transformer movie. It's really weird. She was a kid.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Oh, I'm trying to find her movies.
I don't know if she's in there definitively, but you know. But I feel like we keep getting sidetracked. But anyway, back to what Cronus was talking about with the Acolyte. There's just been nothing to. I don't want to say just hate, more like vitriol, just about like who's in the trailer and what's it's about. Like the trailer's like maybe 90 seconds, maybe less than that. But you don't see a whole lot. I mean, you do see lightsabers and stuff. The thing about it, what gets me is that the people that are mad are, as Cronus said, a particular group of individuals, very loud. Probably there's been a lot of them. I will explain why in a minute. But the thing is, they're complaining that there's no white males and there's too many women. However, they try to say there's too many women without saying there's too many women. The main thing they keep saying is that this is woke trash. The new one, this is a DEI agenda show or movie. A lot of people think it's a movie, but it's a show. It's literally supposed to be 8 episodes. It's an 8-episode show. Roughly, each episode will be an hour. If you don't know what DEI stands for, it is diversity, equality, and inclusion.
Equity.
Is it equity? I thought it was inclusion, but I'll take equity.
No, it's diversity, equity, and inclusion. Sorry. I work for a large corporation, so, these things are like stamped in my brain.
Okay.
They're also very depressing as a black person to go through these DEI trainings. I'm just saying.
Okay. That's quite telling.
It is. I mean, I'll not that I don't like it. I don't in corporate settings. It really brings out the racists. And they just we're going through DEI. Oh, I guess we're going to sidetrack for a minute. Tell a story about casual racism, where Cronus works. All right, so we're doing this is shortly after George Floyd got murdered on, recorded him getting murdered. And so my company, they decided to, which most companies did, they decided to do the whole DEI thing. And we had a whole meeting about it, and the whole company gets together and they have breakout rooms and all this shit to talk about racism and all this shit. And then literally it was we got into breakout sessions. It was in groups of 10. It was all online because it was during the pandemic. And so I broke out in a room with 10 people, and this one woman decided to say, because it's the question was, when's the first time you recognize racism in your life? And there was this woman who was from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. She was obviously white. And she said, I've never had a problem with racism. Nothing's been racist here. It was an older white lady too. I've never seen racism in my entire life. I'm like, bitch, you're from Atlanta. Like Atlanta, Georgia. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm pretty sure you were alive in the fucking 60s. So, like, what are you talking about? So it was like an obvious lie, and this is why it's exhausting for for people of color to go through these fucking trainings with these casually racist white people that don't even realize what the fuck they're talking about, and it pisses me off. Anyway, but it still needs to happen because they still need to realize like these things are still issues. And I know like this whole like this anti-woke backlash, which we're going to get into in a minute after I'm done ranting, then I'll rant some more. But yeah, it's fucking bullshit, and it's bullshit from either because like when I'm in that session, I can't call out that person because then she probably start crying and talk about how I'm a racist. So
no, they won't call you racist. They'll say that you're being aggressive and confrontational and what's the other one they say?
Ethnic. You're gonna say you're being ethnic.
No,
you're being too
aggressive,
you're being too black.
And maybe either threatening or assault might be thrown. Those adjectives might be thrown around too.
Virtually, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Because
it's always we're still kind of sidetracked real quick, but like in the book, White So Fragile, like they kind of talk about that a little bit, like about how like you can have a meeting about like trying to be more, I don't want to say woke, but more including of people, and then other people will think that you're attacking white people.
Yeah, it's like we don't honestly like when it comes to shit like this. Most folks that are not white, we're not thinking about you. Like when I watched that trailer, I didn't think, there's no white dudes in this. I was just like, this looks awesome about space ninjas and shit. And like I didn't give a shit about white dudes not being in it or not. And it's also at the same time.
You know what I cared about?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know what I care about? That there was those fucking Skywalkers.
Yeah,
like that's how I was like, I got this. I'm down.
I've seen a lot of that.
Skywalker family in this at all. I was like, this is cool. But I saw fucking Hogar show up. I was like, yeah, Disney's got my money. I'm continuing my subscription.
Yeah, that was the one of the many things. So the reason why I was talking about that particular group of people that feel like they're being attacked or dislike this because of the woke agenda or DEI or DEI include whatever. On YouTube, apparently was sitting at. I thought this was kind of fake because I thought you can't dislike a video on YouTube. I guess you brought it back,
but you can't see you can't see how many dislikes there are easily. That's the thing.
Okay,
you can't see it.
Yeah,
it's there, but you can't see it.
So yeah, I'm actually on YouTube there. I can see the dislike button on our page.
There's a button, yes, but if you press it, it won't show you that it's a dislike.
I'm not going to show it, but you can see apparently you can see the dislikes, and people were posting the amount of dislikes, and it was more than the amount of likes. It was like the last post I saw was like 160,000 versus like maybe 60,000 likes. So it's just very crazy. The comments that I was showing the guys, like the amount of comments, and it was just like this huge like hit of just the same shit. I'll give you the top three. The one is just this looks like woke trash. The other one was the DIE comment. The one that I kind of like the most is like this has no white males. Good job Disney, or good work Disney. That was hard to pull off. That one's always, and I saw that comment quite often by different people or something similar. Obviously, there's just like a ton of shit, and it was on multiple platforms. It wasn't just on one. I was looking at multiple platforms, and there are very similar comments, or some of them were almost exact, from Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. All of them had the same kind of reaction. Most of the comments were from white men, and most of them were about a woke agenda or just wokeness, anti-woke, all this kind of stuff. And like one comment, one guy was saying that Star Wars was for white men because they were supposed to be the saviors and there was a bunch of people that commented that he was correct.
Yeah, so that's yeah. I'm not going to get into like who was it made for. It was made for just like people to enjoy. It's just like a piece of whatever. But I think people don't seem to realize when you call Star Wars in particular woke, even Star Trek and even X-Men, this is going to kind of wrap all this shit together. Let me just, if you ever watch like the original Star Wars, the very first scenes, what do you see? You see a fascist fucking government cracking down on rebels and killing and torturing them. And that's their whole thing. So if you're going to tell me like, if you don't realize that that's woke at all, like what the undertones of like what that means, then you're fucking stupid. I realize that at the time you're probably a child and you're probably still a man child and you don't realize these things, the undertones of this. But you know, these are they're serious issues that have parallels in actual life. And it's really commentary on like what happened through like the Vietnam War and Nazism, fascism, like all these things. If you didn't realize that, then you're just fucking dumb. And also, when you talk about Jedis, it's literally pretty much a religious fucking order of samurais that go out and kill people. So, like, what are you talking with magical powers? So, like, is this not also woke? And this is how it was from the start. And just because you didn't realize that, and now because you have like some weird ideology where you've been convinced that everything you can't explain, like your little fragile mind can't explain, is woke. It's just because you're fucking dumb. Pick up some books, like you know, some actually well written books. Yeah,
if you don't like reading, watch a documentary.
Well, I mean, yeah, and watch documentaries of shit you think that you wouldn't even like. Like, I read a Thomas Sowell book. I can't stand the motherfucker. You know what? After I read that book, I couldn't stand the motherfucker even more. But I read his whole book because the dude's a fucking moron. So and I also read other books that challenge my way of thinking that I changed my mind. So maybe you could do the same and actually go back and watch the old Star Wars movies and go see how woke they weren't or are, because they are what I would consider sort of woke back then. Same thing with like X-Men. People are mad about the X-Men 97 about Morph might be non-binary or whatever, but if he was a shapeshifter, wouldn't that, by definition, make him a fucking non-binary character? If he can grow a dick or a pussy like on the fly, like why the fuck wouldn't you?
I mean, like literally the even in the past, like he's constantly teasing Wolverine by transforming into freaking to Gene Summers. We all know like Wolverine's got a freaking I was gonna say a lightsaber, but he's got an anti-anium boner for her.
Adamantium, yeah,
and yeah. But then, like even in like the X-Men movie, like with Mystique. With Mystique, like she would transform to man and woman. Well, like nobody talk about her being.
Even beyond that, the premise of the X-Men is upholding mutant rights. Does that not sound like a woke agenda to you? Their whole thing is to protect all mutants from this, human power that's trying to kill them. Like, does it not sound like civil rights to you? You don't realize that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr., that's who they based Magneto and fucking Professor X off of. If you don't realize that, then your whole understanding of history is very skewed. Like, that's the way they were written.
And even Stan Lee came out and said that's who they're based off of
from the jump.
So it's and they shouldn't call it. I wish they would stop calling it woke and just call it growth, because it's basically that's what's going on. Like we're getting better at the society that we're accepting. I mean, it's stupid because this has been going on for years. Like freaking Star Trek, we had the first interracial kiss.
Yeah, they call that
TV.
woke. Yeah, and it's like, what are you talking about?
There's a scene of like there's something I saw recently on Happy Days where like the Foz and somebody else they go to a diner. And like they confront like the waitress waiter and the chef there because they went and served like one of their black friends, and they're like, we're not leaving until like we all three of us get coffee and like scrambled eggs or something like that. And it's like that was woke, but that was like 80s, maybe 70s when that took place. Like it's always been there. There's always been stuff out there to change people's minds. which is crazy that they're getting mad now.
So
And they probably were mad then too.
here's the thing, though. When you ask Warrior Fellow and I were kind of briefly talking about this, but when you ask someone to define woke, they like go silent. Like 99.9% of the time, they go silent. There's usually one that will speak up, and it appears that woke means something different to each hate group or each like subcategory. Because sometimes woke to some of them means that there's too much female empowerment. So if woke to them is there's a female or a feminist agenda in their mind. Other people, woke means anything minority centered. So if there's any minority that's in the lead or feels like they're promoting some kind of minority agenda, then that's woke. And then there's the other group, so there's a third group where both of those apply. And LGBTQ applies. So they encompass all of that as part of the woke hive mind or the woke agenda or whatever the hell they seems to be out there. But they won't voice it out loud. Every time someone asks them to define woke, they usually go silent because they
what's funny?
It'll out them.
What's funny is that I feel like the word woke didn't really the first time I felt like I saw woke in the media was that TV series with that one comedian where he hit his head and he
it's called woke.
how racism work.
Yeah, woke goes back way.
Awesome.
Woke goes back way it goes back to the 60s, I think.
90s.
No, I think it goes back into the 60s, not the 90s.
Oh well, that's when I heard it the most, especially during On a Different World when the phrase used to be "Stay woke, my brother." And they
that's true.
That's your salutation. Stay woke, my brother.
Yeah,
are you not woke? Are you not woke to what's going on? You sleep. That was usually the thing. That was the other thing. You stay sleep. You sleep on this. You sleeping on what's going out there. Don't stay sleep. Get woke.
Yeah, this goes back to it goes back to 1971.
Oh, there you go.
And it's from when Barry Beckman's play Garvey Lives included the line, "I've been sleeping all my life, and now that Mr. Garvey done woke me up, I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay woke." That's what it is. Sorry. Yeah.
I think they used that line in the TV series woke. I remember, I think they said something kind of a little close to that, but I think they were trying to get that message across.
Dude, I'm sorry, but the series woke is fucking hilarious, and I love it because it takes place in the Bay, and they do some crazy shit because he always finds himself doing some crazy shit because he's a cartoonist, but he doesn't drive. He Ubers everywhere, and it's just
as one does in the city,
shit. Yeah, but the thing is, he goes to the suburbs. He goes to Milpitas. No one knows where the fuck Milpitas is. No one knows that shit. If you don't live inside the Bay, you don't know fucking Milpitas. You probably don't know Daly City. You may or may not know Daly City. But all these other suburban towns, nobody knows the fucking things. It's fucking hilarious. But it's funny because what he does do in the show is each area has their own culture, and they try to show that in the show. And he tries to try to bring that to a point. It's pretty fucking funny.
Kind of jump back to the Star Wars show. Honestly, when I saw the trailer, I was like, "This looks fucking dope." We get to see some badass shit that's gonna happen, and we get to see Hogarth doing her thing, and when they started showing the little kids, I was like, "Okay, is this before or after?"
Where's Anakin? They're gonna fucking die.
Oh shit!
Because I think the trailer started with little kids, right?
It literally starts with little kids.
Wait, where are we with the series? What's going on first?
I'm about to see some kids hanging cut off.
I need to know because with Mandalorian, we know that Grogu or Baby Yoda, he was there when oh no, he was there for Order 66. He wasn't there for Anakin.
He was there. He was there for a while. He was there.
Yeah, but he wasn't there for the Anakin trial. The Anakin babysitting.
He from that. If he saw Anakin, he might have seen Anakin, but he got saved one way or the other, and it was great. It was a great fucking episode.
Yeah, but when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, Disney's just printing money. I am gonna watch it. It just looks entertaining. as well.
Yeah,
As all of the series have been for as far as Star Wars related series go.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's people that are too didn't like Obi-Wan, which is whatever to me. There's people who didn't really care for Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, actually, Prodigy doesn't care for Obi-Wan. He thought Obi-Wan was pointless and kind of dumb. I'm like, you're tripping.
Did he only watch one episode?
What? I don't know, dude. He said,
only watched one
I don't even
episode.
know if he finished it. You got to talk to him. I'm done trying to get him like back on the Star Wars train. Oh, actually, I don't need to. I'm like, he either is or he isn't, but he can have his gripes as much as you want. Personally, I think a lot of his gripes don't make sense because he tries to argue some shit that is, I don't know, it's some weird obtuse angle. Anyway, another weird things to me about this is that despite the fact that I thought the trailer was cool, I'm excited for the High Republic to be in live action. So many people were off guarded. The one didn't know, like I mentioned before, they didn't know where in the time that it took place. They also didn't know that this is a TV series. Some people thought it was a movie. There's also just people were saying that this came out of left field, which I was like, what are you talking about? Like, if you went to any of the Star Wars, if you've been paying attention to any of the Star Wars celebrations, this got announced years ago, and it was delayed by like a year. So this is technically, to me as a fan, this is literally a year late. This is reportedly supposed to come out last December, so a few months ago, and they pushed it to June 4th. And it is also not the only Star Wars show we're getting this year. We're just getting this one this coming summer. There'll be another one in December called Skeleton Crew. So Skeleton Crew, which really doesn't even have a trailer yet, even though I've seen images from it through various mediums. We'll get that. We'll be seeing some trailers for that probably in like August or September, because that one will release apparently in around Christmas, maybe like a couple weeks before Christmas. So like this is just one of a few that's coming out before the movies start dropping. So I'm just weirded out that people weren't. I guess if you claim to be a Star Wars fan, you should have known this was coming, in my opinion. If not, if you're a casual fan, I get it. You weren't paying attention. Any news should be good news, but a lot of people were just like, this is woke trash or whatever. I'm like, dude, you haven't even seen it. You saw a trailer, and a trailer can deceive you. Like, what you saw may not be either in the show, most likely it will, but what you saw probably isn't overall part of the story. Like, you see this fight, that fight scene could be a training scene. That might but that might not be a malicious fight. That could be literally a training scene, because we see them fight more than once. And that could be literally just training and just random training. We don't know. It's not out. And all these people are shitting on it before actually watching it. So I can understand if the trailer did not interest you. That I can get it. Like, if you weren't interested in the trailer, sure. But you can't. It's hard for me for people to just shit all over it and be like, this is trash, without even actually watching it. Like, Madam Web, when I saw the trailer, I just said the trailer did not look interesting to me. Yeah. I'm not going to shit on it. I'm just not going to watch it. It doesn't look interesting to me. And then it came out and everybody else shit on it. I'm like, oh, okay, so then my intuition was correct. But I didn't shit on the film when I just saw the trailer. I could have been pleasantly surprised.
Man, I saw a snippet of that movie, and I was like, yeah.
It could have came out and had like really good reviews. But to me, the trailer wasn't that interesting.
Well, I mean, and we've been wrong on the podcast before about like movies. Like I was notoriously wrong about Wonder Woman. I was talking a lot of shit about Patty Jenkins. Yeah.
Yeah, and that movie was probably one of the best DC movies that came out.
Yeah. So don't judge immediately. A trailer. I don't know, like shit all over it, because like it could be good.
Same thing with actors too, because like God, what's the guy who played the Joker in the Dark Knight?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, yeah, because like Heath Ledger had just got off of Brokeback Mountain, and people were like, "Oh no, we don't. This guy can't be the Joker. Can't be the Joker." He took that bar and fucking punted it up another level. Like he made it a whole lot better. And then Jay Leno came and I was like, "Oh no, you fucking suck."
I mean, he went from Brokeback to it seems appropriate because he's used to fucking dudes over.
Basically. But right now it's interesting that for Disney, because they have like a bunch of like Star Wars shows that are just they're sitting there on, they can be on multiple levels. Like we got the Mandalorian. We got the Book of Boba Fett. We got Ahsoka. We got are they gonna make another not Lando Obi-Wan? Is there another Obi-Wan series coming out?
I don't know.
So,
I mean, look.
no, so here's the thing. That's what's funny. So as far as Obi-Wan, no, but as far as Lando, yes. There will be Lando show because shit, I almost called him Childish Gambino, but what's his name? Donald Glover and Kathleen Kennedy have both publicly said they're currently working on it. Apparently, Donald Glover is not really part of the writing process, but he's putting writing input into the show. So he's writing part of it, but he wants to be able to explore the show. Apparently, he's been meeting with Billy D. Williams and to really elaborate on it. Even though I guess Billy D. Williams is coming back as Lando.
I mean, he's up there in age, so if they're gonna do it, I mean, do it now.
You gotta do it soon. They gotta do it soon.
So Obi-Wan is not canceled. It's just there's not production right now. So
there's no season 2, but then, apparently it has been greenlit.
But then we got the
it's
other
not
shows.
canceled.
Like we have the Bad Batch. We got like the animated series and stuff. Like Disney is really just fucking milking that Star Wars cow for that fucking money. But that's one of the things that's cool with Disney, because when Disney Plus first got announced, we're like, okay, all you guys gonna do is fucking open up the vote. We're just gonna see fucking Disney animated stuff from like way back in the day. But Disney's been dropping some really fucking golden content, and I think that's what I feel like Netflix need to take a page from them, because Netflix started the whole binge watching. Like they just drop all the series at once, which is cool. But you kind of got, I mean, to keep people interested in going back and watching the show or keeping their subscription, you gotta like kind of, so give them a little hit here and there.
They do that with some shows.
With some shows now,
like,
they do.
Like Squid Game. Is Squid Game one of them? There's a couple of shows where they did that. And now
Squid Game, they did that.
Now they're doing live shows. I mean, I talked about it before, but the David Chang show is really good. And then they're gonna do the Mike Tyson versus one of the Pauls, Jake Paul. Yeah, versus Jake Paul. That's gonna be their first like pay-per-view. Is it pay-per-view? I don't even know if it's pay-per-view, but it's gonna be live streamed. The first live streamed sports event. So yeah, they're trying to get after it. So
yeah,
but I give them credit. So I mean, there's shit on Netflix that I still watch. I think they still do great shows, whether they drop all of them at once or not. A lot of people prefer it that way. They don't like waiting.
They do, but some of their movies they release is like the quality isn't like stop like this like basically the trailer for what is it called
Rebel Moon.
Not Rebel Moon. The one we were talking about, the trailer just dropped.
Oh, Acolyte.
Acolyte, yeah. So the trailer for that, like that's like movie quality. Like it feels like you're watching a movie. Even like with Ahsoka, you felt like you were watching a movie, even though like it was a TV series. But with like Netflix, like it doesn't have the movie quality for their TV series.
It depends on the series. I mean, Wednesday felt like a fucking movie to me.
No, I felt like a TV show. Yeah.
It's
a good TV show.
It felt like I was watching a movie. I was really invested in Wednesday.
No, I was invested too, but definitely was. I wouldn't say it was movie quality, in my opinion.
And a lot of people thought that The Haunting of Hill House was movie quality as well.
Yeah, the first one, definitely was.
Also, the Cabinet of Curiosities by Guillermo del Toro. That's like literally movie quality.
Yeah, I mean, and so was. I mean, and technically, so was Rebel Moon. But I mean that I couldn't watch the whole. I needed to finish watching it, but it was the same bullshit that I have with all his movies. It's just jumbled mess. Zack Snyder. Oh, let me do the Snyder cut. Motherfucker, do the movie right once. You know what you never hear of? The goddamn Steven Spielberg cut.
Yeah.
The Cameron cut for Avatar. They do it right the first fucking time. And if you keep blaming it on the studios, you know what that means to me? That you don't have enough clout with your name to demand to get the movie done the way you want to. So don't sit there and be like a little bitch and be like, oh, I couldn't do it because the studio blah, blah. Other directors don't have the same goddamn problem. You are the fucking problem.
I mean, look at Michael Bay. He's the same fucking lens flare in all of his movies.
Yeah.
Oh, he uses the same explosions. Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if y'all know, but apparently Spielberg is picking up Ready Player 2. Apparently that's ramping up, starting production.
I'm not excited for that because
not at all.
Ready Player One. This is the problem with any of the Ready Player One, Ready Player whatever, the whole series. There's only two of them, but it's good, great for a book, but the content of the book is limiting in real life because you have to have so many licenses to make
the
it.
royalties.
Yeah, because you have to have like all this music. Like, there's no way they're gonna get Purple Rain.
Prince.
And
Yeah.
yeah, they're not getting Prince. So, and that was like integral to the Ready Player 2. So, like, I mean, missing with that shit. The book's great, but the if you watch the movie and you like the movie, that's like it's a very small fraction of the book.
Yeah, but that's how it is with a lot of books, though. That's been adapted into movies.
Except for Dune Part 2. Holy fucking shit!
Actually, Part 1 and Part 2. They're both really fucking good.
Somebody posted
I told you. I tried to tell you. Part 2 was fucking epically done.
Yeah,
it was done so fucking well.
Go ahead, Blue. We'll get into it.
Just real quick. So back to Ready Player One. With Ready Player One, somebody recut the movie scene where they're racing through the city, and they added like music to it, and it took it from a 5 to like 100. Like, it was just so much better with music and like a theme song, and like it's something that was missing from the series. Basically, like there's no, at least from this one scene, I just thought that it was missing like music, but it was
the whole movie.
It's really fun. Yeah, it changed the whole fucking feel of the thing. But
but it is like Curtis said, like that costs money. Like, and not people are not going to let other people use their property. They're like, no. So.
But it's crazy because like, so I was listening to Stuff You Should Know recently, and they were talking about
great podcast.
Yeah, it's a great podcast. I've been listening for fucking years. I mentioned them on the podcast a lot, actually. But they were talking about like there's an episode they dropped recently about like the top 10 like most company blunders whatsoever ever.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them they talked about was that for E.T. So E.T. The Spielberg, his favorite candy was M&M's.
Reese's.
And yeah, he wanted M&M's to be the candy that E.T. would eat.
Mm-hmm.
But M&M was like, no, because back then, like aliens were like evil, like their candy would take over our planet and blah blah blah. They're like, no, we don't want our fucking candy associated with the goddamn alien. And so they went to Reese's Pieces, and Reese's Pieces like, oh yeah, dude, we'll give you $1 million to add our candy to your movie.
Yeah.
And bam, Reese's Pieces made like a bunch of fucking money off of it. But like, it just shows you like how like, yeah, you want to get paid for royalties like that, but then also like, your movie's basically being advertised, or your product is being advertised in the movie, so it could be kind of a helpful as well to kind of get it through. But now I don't know. I just Ready Player One just wasn't what I in my mind, my mental movie that was playing when I was reading the book. It just didn't live up to the movie that was on the screen.
No, and the problem was like that the actual movie. I wouldn't consider it a bad movie, but
it wasn't bad.
Like, if you didn't read the book, it was a decent movie. But if you read the book, it was fucking dog shit. So, yeah, I don't like detach myself. Funny? Go ahead.
And when talking about like product advertising, I think probably the best one that talks about it without necessarily talking shit, and then shows you product placement was fucking Wayne's World.
Yeah,
there's a scene where they have like a bunch of things that they're using and showing like that it's a fucking commercial, and they were talking shit like, we don't know about anything about advertising placement. You should try these products though. It's pretty fucking funny.
But
I mean, a lot of companies do that too. Like like Sony. Like I think what movie it was, but there's like a movie where like it's Sony product like all over the place. Like, well, if you stop and pay attention, like, you realize like, oh shit, like everything's fucking Sony, but like it's Sony brand. Basically,
it's probably a Sony produced movie. Yeah.
Well, and the weird thing is like when it comes to like product placements and all that stuff is like it's free advertisements. Like if you're gonna have like a movie that's gonna be a blockbuster, and you know it's gonna be a blockbuster, even if it's not a blockbuster, it's like it's worth like the free publicity. Like you shouldn't even like charge that much for like the any of this stuff, because I mean, let's take for example, Stranger Things. There was a song by some obscure
Run Up the Hill.
Yeah, Run Up the Hill. Like nobody knew about the fucking song back in the 80s. Like nobody knew about it today. And all of a sudden they played it in the show and it blew up. Like they got all these royalties again, blah, 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 blah. Like it blew up. That's the way it should be. Like I think that when like if somebody wanted to take like clips of this podcast and like put it in a movie or whatever, I'd be like, fine, like whatever. I don't really give a shit. Like I wouldn't really even ask for like money because it would, show our podcast hopefully in a good light. Like that's the only thing I would ask for is like, hey, what's the context of the podcast going to be in? If it's decent, like go ahead, fucking do it, because it would obviously bring in more viewers and listeners. So
Gabby does Dallas.
Yeah. Even then, maybe that's the right kind of viewers that we need. I don't know.
It's the right kind.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the hell's going on, but that podcast I was going on in the background.
Yeah.
Those Negroes. No.
But yeah, like, the whole royalty thing is like, I get it on one aspect, but another aspect is like you're getting publicity out of it. So
I always think it's funny how like you'll be watching like a TV show, and like especially with a lot of the not live action. What are they called? What are TV shows that are live action basically? What are they called again?
Like soap operas?
No. Like the Kardashians. Like what were they shows?
Oh, reality TV.
Oh, reality show.
Reality show. There you go. How reality shows like they would just put like duct tape or some kind of tape over like a logo just so they don't have to like pay that brand, because like funny story, when I did American Idol and they brought me back for the season finale and I did like my little song, my single song, if you pay attention, my shirt is inside out and backwards because the shirt I'm wearing was for the Long Beach Pier or the Long Beach Boardwalk. So I could they couldn't add it, so they had me. What the whole reason why I was even wearing that shirt is because I was wearing a black shirt for the video, and like, no, the black shirt isn't working, like it's messing with the lighting, so they had to buy me another shirt to wear, and I had to like turn it inside out and then turn it backwards so that it wouldn't show up on the camera.
All right.
Damn.
Movie magic, y'all. Okay, what are you even talking about?
We were talking about the Acolyte, but we need to talk about something that Warrior Fella brought up, because I'm pretty sure we all saw this earlier today.
Oh, yes.
There's another trailer that dropped today.
Oh, I missed that one.
And that was the Alien Romulus trailer. So,
yeah.
Did we all see it? Everybody see it?
I missed it. I'm going to watch it right now, though.
I watched it. Yeah, watch it right now. So I watched it, and honestly, I thought it looked really good. I thought it went back to, like, the Alien roots. It had a really hard vibe of like Aliens or even the first Alien. So, but Aliens was like that was the best one. So, but on Aliens they were on like the planet, right? And Alien they were on the spacecraft, if I remember correctly.
Alien they're on the Nostromo, and Alien is the sequel. They wake up Ripley and they go to a colony because the colony goes quiet, and they're like, "Well, we think those things you encountered are there, pretty much." And sure enough, they were. And it turns out that was a big lie. They just wanted them to help them navigate so they can capture one. And fucking or impregnate someone and bring them back in space so they can study it. That was some fucking
it's by the producer of The Evil Dead, which is it's just gonna be fucking cool.
Yeah. I mean
the new one.
It looked good. I mean, honestly, it looked scary. It looked claustrophobic. It looked like there was way too many fucking facehuggers running around. So yeah,
I was like, dude, there's a lot of them because usually it's just fucking one or two. Yeah. But no, that dude was. There's a scene where someone's running and it looks like there's 10 or 12 of them.
I feel like some aliens had a case of the crabs, and that's what happened.
Oh god,
you know what I mean, just saying.
It's all bad. And then one of them, you see some girl getting de-throated. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my goodness.
Maybe this is what we call space alien crabs. Maybe this.
Oh god dang.
Maybe.
So is it a remake of the original Alien movie?
No, it's not.
No, it's a. So from what I've been told, it is after Aliens. So it's in between Aliens and Alien 3.
That's the one with the Rock, wasn't it? Not the Rock. Rock. Not the Rock. Rock.
Oh, you're talking about Charles S. Dutton.
Yeah.
Alien 3 has Charles S. Dutton in it.
That's old school reference.
A Rock.
Oh, Ninja gets it because he's fucking old as shit. So
yeah, I got it too. I was like, dude.
That was a great show.
It's funny.
Underrated.
Well, it's funny because we're talking about that guy. Because he went to jail for manslaughter. And when he got out of jail, he studied acting while in jail. He got out and managed to start an acting career. He went for going to jail for murder and becoming an actor. So the thing was, anyone that's freaking out right now, the reason why he went to Myrtle, he got into a bar fight. And the fight, his assailant died in the fight. So because he's an ex-military man. I don't remember which branch, but apparently he basically. Have you ever seen Con Air, the movie with fucking Nicolas Cage? That's basically what happened. He killed the dude in single-hand combat. I think he broke his nose and the dude choked on his own blood or whatnot. So he did time for killing the man. And when he studied acting, and I guess he was teaching acting in jail. And then when he got out, he started acting. He had his own show. He had his own show called Rock, where he's a garbage man. And they changed the format where it was live every week.
Yeah, sorry, Blue. You got to keep it in your head. It wasn't live every week for a long time. So it was like the last. I think it was like maybe 1 or 2 seasons where they did a sitcom. Well, it wasn't a sitcom, but it was like a show live. Like, can you imagine watching any show on TV live that was like just imagine watching like. Not even in living color.
This Is Us?
Yeah, like This Is Us. Yeah, like it's a perfect example. Like watching like This Is Us live, where like if they fuck up their lines, like they fucked up the whole scene. And that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's crazy. So wait, I got a question real quick. So this is something that I've always wondered: is how does? Okay, so the queen alien, she laid eggs, and inside those eggs are the face huggers, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the face huggers will hug your face, and they will stick their
dick,
something in your mouth.
they'll face rape you, yes.
Yeah, but like so,
it's all broken down too. But go ahead.
No, so they'll hug your face and give you a little kiss, they give you a little tongue action.
So they give you a deep throat action all the way down to your
stomach.
Basically.
Give that they hit your tonsils. But no, so they deep throat you, and so they impregnate you, right?
Yeah.
And then like they see the thing that pops out of your chest becomes an alien, right?
Yes, based upon your specific DNA. Yeah.
So what happens? So basically, they're mating with you when they deep throat you.
Yes, because
you get deep throated. They bust a whole like a new fucking embryo.
Oh, okay, so I was a little confused because I was like, do they like die off once they like, finish?
The face hugger dies. Yes, so the face hugger dies.
The face hugger does die.
Yeah.
If you watch the original Alien, they talk about like when it fell off dude's face, it was dead, and they're just like, what the fuck happened? And like it was the face hugger's dead.
Busted.
They
didn't
think about examining him, and while he's eating, and the shit fucking busts out of his fucking chest, and takes off running.
Yeah, I was confused about that. I was like, wait, I thought it's the face hugger like an alien too. Like what's really going on? But
yeah, it's just it's a mode of like
they do
impregnation, and it's all bad.
It's like
it carries acid too, because when they first get the face hugger, they try to cut it off dude's face, and the blood like it fucking destroys the knife, and then bleeds all the way down, starts bleeding through, and then try to stop it from getting to the engine room. It's fucking crazy.
So facehuggers, they experience what is called la petite mort, which is the French word for an orgasm, which is also the little death.
Yeah, or the bee's life, honey nut Cheerio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's fucked up is that the way that Ridley Scott came up with the idea, it's based off of life. I guess there's a colony. It's an insect where they attack their enemies that attack their colony, and they impregnate the corpse of their or they impregnate it live. So its larva eats.
There's a few.
Yeah,
it eats the fucking. I forgot what species. I don't know if it's ant or bee or some or.
I'm pretty sure it's a wasp.
Scorpion or some shit.
I want to say it's a wasp.
It sounds like a wasp thing.
Yeah.
Was it a wasp?
Because they're dicks. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably was. In fact, I think the colony does it to like mice. So it impregnates the mice, and the mice like break through and it eats the mice. For the larvae eat the mice when they're born. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it's mice. I think it's just another insect.
I just know that nature is
there's
fucked
a lot
up.
of insects out there that like they literally will impregnate you with their stinger, basically. Just sort of, I know, like what is it? I think it's the blue jays. Blue jays would take their eggs and like lay their eggs in like another fucking bird's nest, and when that bird hatches, it would like push the other eggs out of the fucking nest, like be the only one.
thought it was
There's
monkeys,
one
dude.
where it just takes the eggs and leaves it with another family, and they fly off. They basically pull like a fucking 70s like Black Father thing where they just make someone else raise their kid.
I'll go buy a packer. I need a new packer. New
I'm gonna go,
ports.
yeah, I'm gonna go get some. I'm gonna go get these insects over here. I'll be back. And that's some bullshit.
Little sidetrack real quick. A little ask beat and PTI. What cigarette brand do you guys remember growing up? Because my mom, she smoked Cools 100 like my whole
Holy
life.
shit! This is like a whole thing.
Like,
So
holy
I went down
There's
a
a
rabbit
whole bunch of
hole.
them.
I went down a rabbit hole about black people in menthol cigarettes, and so this is like a whole. So like, oh Ninja, who do you know that was black and that smoked?
Who do I know that's black and smoke?
Yeah,
Like famous wise or
like you personally.
Like family members, whatever.
For a little while, my dad did.
What did he
His
smoke?
friends did. He smoked Cools. And if he didn't have Cools, he'd smoke Newports.
Yeah. So apparently, I didn't know this until like recently. So the whole menthol cigarette thing being so like it's sort of like a racist thing to say, but it's also true of like most black people smoke menthols, and it's not because of it's on purpose. So apparently, like back in the day, like these cigarette companies they tried to sell menthols as like that quote unquote healthy cigarette, and they would literally have like a van that would go out and give children, black children, menthol cigarettes to smoke as like samples. And this is like fucking totally true. And so that's one of the reasons why black people sort of got hooked on menthols. And they also used to think that menthols were healthier for you. That's how they were marketed. Because when you smoke a menthol, I used to smoke menthols, but I switched to like another kind of cigarette. It doesn't really fucking matter. But it wasn't menthol.
Menthols.
Yeah, it was, what is it? It was Camel Red Lights is what I switched to. But I smoked for like 5 years. Anyway, back in the day, they said that it was healthier for you to smoke menthols because if you look at like all like a lot of medicine that has to do with like your breathing, they put menthol in that to like help you breathe better. And so they said that menthol cigarettes were healthier for you because you could breathe better. Well, the other side of that was when you have menthol cigarettes, because it like cools down your throat, you can take a bigger inhale, so you take more smoke into your lungs. And so that's one of the reasons why the like black people have like that smoke, or people in general that smoke menthol cigarettes, why they have higher rates of like lung cancer is because you're taking a way longer inhale
Deeper smoke.
of smoke, into your lungs, and it's like fucked up. So yeah, the whole trope of like kind of racist thing to say of black people smoke menthols is, first of all, it's kind of true, but also it was by design. So because they gave it to children.
Like crack cocaine?
Yeah.
Well, kind of like
rolled up to EPA
the whole-
or not EPA.
the whole menthol thing too kind of leads back to vapor rub. Like vapor rub.
Yeah, it's menthol. Yeah.
It's menthol. It doesn't do anything. It just
Well-
because of menthol, like it
opens your lungs up from the menthol.
It opens your lungs,
yeah.
but like it it doesn't like clear congestions or anything. It just opens up your sinuses. Just it's like menthol just basically opens up your sinuses, and that's all it does. Like it doesn't. There's no remedy, no cure, no like benefits of it other than it just. And it's a false sensation too, because you have the feeling that I can breathe now, but it's like no, you're still congested. Like your symptoms are still fucking there. It's just that your sinuses are opened up. Like that's it.
It's like a Band-Aid on a open wound.
On a balloon, yeah. But it's like my mom would like it's funny. So anybody who's like born like late 80s, stuff like that. As a kid, I used to be able to walk into a store, buy cigarettes from my mom, and then walk back home with them. Like they didn't question whatsoever. Like they knew my mom, so they knew me, they knew my mom, and knew I was buying cigarettes from my mom. Like that's how things worked back in like the 80s, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, same thing with me. Oh, sorry. The reason why I started listening to a couple of podcasts about menthol cigarettes is because they outlawed flavored cigarettes in like California,
Oh,
and and pretty much like the rest of the country, as far as I know.
But
But
there was like cloves. That was
no,
like a
all flavored cigarettes they outlawed. But do you know what got spared? Menthols.
The vape. Oh,
Menthols got spared.
wow.
So yeah.
What I remember when I went down to your place for your birthday, stuff like that. We did like hookah. Like
Yeah. Oh, hookah was great.
hookah was
Hookah was
great.
fun,
Like hookah was a lot of fun. I was a little side story. I was hanging out with some friends, and we were playing. We were playing games on a card table, and we were smoking hookah, and like the hookah charcoal was getting low, and I was trying to move it, so I went to move it, and cause the charcoal was surrounded by ash. So when I grabbed it with the tongs, it fell out.
Disintegrated, yeah.
Yeah, disintegrated. It fell into the card table. And I was like, oh shit! I went to grab it again, and it fell again. And it literally burned a Superman logo onto these people's fucking, like hookah table. I felt really bad, but like I mean, it was a cool little symbol. But yeah, don't grab the charcoal from the hookah thing.
I haven't had a hookah. So like, I had one for a long time, and then like when we were moving, with me and Kay were moving, I think in like a Hayward house, maybe San Leandro, it broke. Yeah, the base broke.
Yeah.
Hookah's
like a fun like hanging out. It's up there with cigars.
It is.
Just hanging out with friends, having a couple of drinks, just chilling.
I think it's cool for like every now and again. Obviously, don't like smoke a lot because it's not great for your body. But also neither is alcohol. So you know what? Do what the fuck you want. You know.
Yeah.
But it is cool every now and again.
The cool thing with smoking hookah is that you just feel like an Arabian prince, like you're back in like a Latin fucking time period, some shit.
You know what I used to do when I was really fancy with hookahs? Is I would take a cheap vodka and I would use that as like the hookah, like water.
Oh, the water. Oh.
Yeah. Shit was great.
Yeah, that sounds like a headache.
No,
dude, back in like
headache.
Back in early 2000, like hookah lounges were like the spot to go to. Like they were all over the place. Like it would be like an oxygen bar and like a hookah lounge.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still some around, but not as many. I mean, there's one by my work. It's actually a combination. So if you know the sandwich spot, the sandwich making place,
Talking about Ike's?
They have a hookah lounge attached.
You talking about Ike's?
No, the sandwich spot. It's literally called the sandwich.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It's like a competitor to Ike's, and the one, I guess the first one in the Bay, from what they say, it's a hookah lounge. And I went there, and there's a hookah lounge attached to it. You can order your food, and they bring it to your table, and then you can order a hookah at the same time. They bring the hookah to your table, and it has it's indoor and outdoor and like covered seating. I guess
that's fucking
it's
cool.
actually pretty interesting.
I remember back when I was a contractor in Iraq, like not right before I left, but maybe like 6 months before I left, maybe before that. But they opened up like a hookah lounge like on base, and they served like Middle Eastern food and shit. It was fucking great.
What's cool with the hookah is that like the nicotine had like different flavors. Like which is why they got rid of the flavors because they were enticing.
And I don't understand that they're saying that it's marketed to kids. Meanwhile, you can get like alcohol and like different flavors. Like, listen, just because something's flavored sweetly, it's like just because you become an adult doesn't mean like nothing sweet appeals to you anymore. Anything fruity appeals. Like, what the fuck? We're not all of a sudden like you become 18 and all you want is like what fucking Cheerios and I don't know, like not even Frosted Flakes. So you have like the lame one. What was the Kellogg's brand that was like the lame fucking cereal?
Oh,
there's a couple of them. There's some failed ones.
Yeah, there were some that were just like, but like people like
Smacks.
Not even
Smacks?
No, Golden Spikes. That's sweet. Like, what is the Kellogg's brand? It's like
just cornflakes.
Cornflakes. There you go. Cornflakes. Like we're not all about cornflakes and like unflavored fucking steaks. You know what I mean? It's like people still like sweet shit.
Wow. Really quickly, there's another trailer that came out that we watched, or I got to watch. It's been kind of hush-hush for quite a while, but we knew it was coming, and that was Amy Hennig's Black Panther / Captain America game.
Yeah.
The trailer for that busted out today.
But
Well, I want to drop the title. It's called was it 1943? The Rise of Hydra.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It looked well. This is the problem: is that there was no actual gameplay shown. It was all cinematic. And they're like, oh, it's all like in-game cinematic. It's like I don't believe that shit. Like, unless you show me gameplay, like get the fuck out of here with all your bullshit. So I have no idea how this game's gonna look. Amy Hennig, who previously before Forspoken could do no harm, but she did Forspoken, sorry, and it wasn't the greatest game. But obviously she was a writer for the game. She didn't like create the game mechanics or anything like that. So we will see if hopefully it's gonna be a good story with good gameplay, because watching the trailer, it seemed like it's gonna be like a tale of two heroes, which could be very advantageous, because it looked really cool to see, Captain America and Black Panther kind of going along the same story. Which, I mean, the way Amy Hennig writes traditionally, thinking of like Uncharted, that could be right in her wheelhouse. So I am optimistic about the game, but I need to see like gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, since it's been known since its inception that the game is you play as 4 different characters, but apparently it's not. So you see 4 characters in the game. You play as all 4 of them.
Yeah.
So you play as Black Panther's wife, Captain America, and a U.S. soldier, an African. I'm assuming he's part of the Howling Commandos. I was going to say the Howling Commando, but that's World War One, or not Howling Commando, but the Harlem Helldivers. But that was World War One. But you play as one of the commandos, Howling Commandos, and that's going to be interesting to see. So you basically play as 2 empowered people and then 2 regular people in the game. So should be interesting.
I look forward to seeing more information about it, because this is like because it's going to come out in like 2025. So it's probably going to be 2026, and we're getting close to like at this point we're in between console generations right now. So I know the PS4 Pro is being developed. I know the Switch 2 is in development, and people are talking about like a new Xbox, but it's like, I mean, Xbox already has 2 generations in the same generation, which is kind of weird. So we will see. I've heard literally zero information about the next generation Xbox console. Have you owned Ninja?
I've heard a little bit. I heard it's been in development in secret for quite some time.
Okay.
We're getting at the end of the year we're getting a rebranded Xbox, but it's not really new. It'll be like the same as the fucking PS5 Pro, where you get a bigger hard drive, and that's kind of about it. A bigger hard drive, maybe slightly better chipset.
Well, the PS5 Pro, so they're gonna have more teraflops. Got to get the teraflops.
Yeah, but the same shit. It's the same as the new Xbox. The thing is, the PlayStation 6 and the next Xbox are both quote unquote highly guarded in development secrets. Apparently they're working on them already.
You know what I don't really understand right now is I'm gonna talk shit about Sony at this point. Is that if they're going to make a PS5 Pro, like I honestly can't see a generational improvement, or even like and don't get me wrong, I buy Sony fucking everything. I got a goddamn Portal right here, and I haven't played it in a while because my Wi-Fi in my house is fucked up. But I don't see the selling point for a PS5 Pro at this point, because I don't see a single PS5 game that is playing slowly. You know what I mean? Or that has any kind of like technical issues or anything like that. Like, I still get games with like no load times. Like if it's a first party game. So like I don't know what they're going for. Like, am I missing some generational leap in like the next generation, like Unreal 5 engine or something like that? Like I don't get it.
So
where do you go from here?
Yes, no. So I don't know if you noticed, but I guess there's I think he writes for PC Gamer. I guess he was able to see the specs. Apparently, are already quote unquote leaked because the PS5 Pro has not been, as of right now, officially
Yeah, I
announced.
saw they leaked, but the whole, and that's why I made fun of the teraflops thing. But it's like,
Yeah,
are games right now? Do they need that? Like, I don't.
You know,
no.
wait,
What they
wait.
need is they need like to be like. Well, that's a whole separate thing. But right now,
You know.
apparently, the PS5 Pro is only 10% better or faster, 10% faster than the PS5.
Yeah,
Like,
it's.
dude,
I
what are you
could.
gonna do with that 10%? Like, what do you need it
See,
at this
I,
point?
I'll,
At this point in
I'll,
Go
time.
ahead, Blue.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now, right? What the PS6 will have, which is it's everywhere, even fucking with porn. AI. PS6 is gonna
Oh,
have. There's
We're,
gonna be
we're,
games
so
with like instead of having like a NPC, the NPC is gonna be like AI based. So like you're literally. I'm assuming this is just AI is fucking everywhere. Like I can do like a quick like a scan on my phone and it will like use AI to figure out like what the hell I'm looking at. But like I'm just saying like this is where like I'm not saying they're using AI, but this is like the
well,
advertising.
I know that
world.
they're gonna say it. So this is like I have a couple of
Yeah.
notes for that. So like, first of all, we're talking about the PS5 Pro, not the PS6. All right, even if they put like the AI, people like they love slapping the AI label on fucking everything. Their AI does not really exist right now. They're just really good large language
Sure.
models. Like they're really good like next whatever predictors. So you seem like you're having a conversation, but it's not. I don't consider this shit AI at all. Like not even fucking close. Like you can't ask them like super complex questions. You can ask them a single question at a time, which is like that's not artificial intelligence. That's just fucking Google with an auto prompt. So like I don't understand this whole they're slapping AI like for the new Google phones. Or I'm sorry, the Samsung phones. You're getting this Samsung AI thing, but it's like it's not really fucking AI. Like you can talk to your phone right now, like even an old phone, you can talk to that shit and it'll give you basic answers, but you can't have a conversation with it. And even like the Chat GPT, yeah, you can have some like conversations with it, but it's like basically a question at a time. And it's not like it to me it doesn't seem like very intelligent. So them trying to like upsell the AI component of this shit, like just it's at this point it's kind of snake oil. But they're going to get there eventually. Don't get me wrong. Like I have no doubt that they're going to get to AI, like generative, like I would say like advanced AI. But it's not here now. And don't buy a product just because it says AI because it's just basically they're just selling you a fucking Google search or whatever search model that you want to think about. That's all they're selling you is search.
So one of the things that you should not trust ChatGPT is if you ask what is B's MBTI, or if you ask them about Black and Black Times Infinity, they mention Prodigy, but not the rest of the cast, which is really weird. So I'm seeing if he'll pull up again. So I had asked ChatGPT one time, like, oh, tell me about B's or Black and Black Times Infinity, and it's all, oh, it's a podcast about this and this and this with Prodigy, and like it just started running off some other people. I'm like, wait, what about Blue and Old Ninja and Cronus? Like, what the hell? Like, Prodigy was the only person that it knew,
One of us made it.
which was no, one of us made it. Let me see what happens if I ask it right now.
you're gonna ask
Yeah,
her.
log in.
I mean, it.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm looking at the cast for the Acolyte, and one of the characters from the books will be in this movie or be in the show. I'm sorry, she'll be in the show. So this means her character lives a very long fucking time because she's basically a teenager at the start of the High Republic books, and this is almost 200 years later.
I
Holy
mean,
shit.
is she Jesus? She could be.
No, I mean she's just an alien because she has like light purple or she has like bluish purplish skin. She has purple hair and blue skin. Damn.
Well, Lando said PS7 needs VR. I mean, the PS5 has a really good VR. The best
Yeah,
VR
I'm
I've seen in a
about to say,
while.
VR's
So the PSVR 2 is legit, but they've basically like kind of canned it. I have one like right over there. I'm literally looking at it.
the PS7 and Xbox Series X Xbox Series SEX. It just needs to have a holodeck, like in
So
the room,
it's
put it in the center of the room. There you go. Turn it into
so
a
I
whole
asked,
fucking-
I said I went to ChatGPT. I was like, tell me about Blacker Than Black Times Infinity. It said Blacker Than Black Times Infinity is a phrase often used meta shit, I can't pronounce that word. Metaphorically to describe something that is extremely dark and intense. It is originated from discussions about the concept of absolute blackness, are the blackest of substance possible.
Like
In
Vanta
physics,
Black.
yeah, in physics and material science, researchers have developed materials that can absorb almost all intensive light, reflective very little
Yeah.
or no light back to observe.
Yeah, they're way off. Obviously, they're talking about Vanta Black, but it's
Yeah,
yeah.
but I mean, this podcast is Blacker Than Black Times Infinity, so like, I mean, it makes sense that ChatGPT would talk about that. But I'm gonna see what it says for the podcast.
It's also lyrics to a song, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, very true.
All right. While he's doing that, where do you want to go next?
I thought you guys would be ranting more about X-Men '97, but I guess not.
I mean, it was.
We talked about the Acolyte.
We can't talk about too much because it just came out. It dropped today, so next week I'll talk more about it.
But there's other stuff. Oh, did you see the pictures for the Beetlejuice sequel?
Yeah. So apparently the trailer's going to drop tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I knew Jenna Ortega is in it, but apparently I haven't seen her pictures as of yet. But apparently she looks like Lydia or Winona Ryder.
I seen him.
Yeah, she's like the daughter.
Yeah, she plays her daughter, so it should be pretty fucking interesting. And the trailer will drop tomorrow. Yeah, and then out this week is the new Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire is out on Friday.
Yeah, it was just we didn't talk about Dune, did we?
No, we have not. You said you were going to, so go ahead. I talked about it last week, but I was very vague about it.
Let's go to
Dune. I don't want to get too much away.
So
wait, is it in the theater only, or is it on HBO Max?
It's in the theaters
no,
right
it's
now.
in the theater.
Yeah, which is, I mean, the correct way. I honestly, I want to go see it in IMAX now because I watched the whole. I went like I went in a rabbit hole about IMAX because, like, you know me, I don't like watching movies that are quote unquote IMAX and they're on the fucking bullshit like not IMAX screen. Like, if you go to an IMAX screen and you can walk to the front of the screen, you can touch it. That's not an IMAX screen. An IMAX screen needs to have a chasm in front of the screen where if you fell into it, you would probably fucking die. All right, that's how big it is. Yeah,
you're supposed to die or at least break your legs.
Yeah, so I need to go. So honestly, let me just rewind a little bit.
Yeah,
I wanted to go see it with my brother, who's we don't get to hang out as much as we probably want to. We had a falling out a couple years ago, but we're good now. And he invited me to go out and go see the movie with him because we live in the same city last week, and so we went to go watch it, and it was fucking great. We had a great time. The movie was fucking fantastic. Dune Part 2. I read the first book. Obviously, I watched the first one like way back when I was like a kid. I watched it more recently, and then like the newer movies was good too. But Dune Part 2. God damn, it's really, really fucking good. It's like one of the best movies I've seen in a while. And the fact that they went into depth on like a lot of the political and religious and like really submersive.
So they were woke? No.
No, yeah. Well, it's the opposite kind of woke. It's like the I don't want to give away the plot. So I can't get into like what that part is about. It's like it's sort of anti-woke, but the plot of it's kind of fucked up. But it's the cinematography, first of all, is done in like such like an old school way that people might be surprised about it. Like the whole like everything is like, I don't want to say it's over the top, but it's like I feel like all the shots in the film were deliberate. Whereas in like other films, like I don't know, a Zack Snyder film seems very fucking random. Where like the way they shoot things, and you know there's going to be no Villeneuve cut for Dune 2. Doom Part 2, because he accomplished his vision like in the first fucking take, or not the first take, but his first version of it. So, and it's a really good version of it. Everything about the movie is just it's so well done, and this is. I'm going to tell everybody right now that you listen to this. There's going to be not a lot of movies coming out this year, especially not a lot of good movies. So you got Dune Part 2, and what the fuck is coming out next? There's like maybe two more good movies coming out this year, and that's going to be about it for a while. There's going to be in the summer, you're not going to see probably a single fucking blockbuster, not a single one.
There'll be a couple of blockbusters.
Name one.
There's Deadpool.
Deadpool, is that in the summer? Okay, so you might
Deadpool's
get one. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna go.
And also, you know what's also going to be.
Lando said the same thing. Yeah.
But another movie that's going to be, because there have been consistently blockbusters, even though people don't really talk about them a whole lot, is the Planet of the Apes movie, because that's coming out this summer too. It's one of the first ones.
Okay, but it's
going to
be
a huge movie.
But usually in the summertime, it's the whole movie summer. Like you're gonna have blockbuster. You're not getting that this year. You're not. You might. Okay, so I'll revise my statement. If you get 5 movies this year that break $500 million, I'd be surprised. I really would.
Yeah.
5. Because of the writer strike, the actor strike, post-COVID, a lot of movies all that shit. They're all just compounding, and like this year, it's going to be so fucking weak. So if you can, any movie that support the industry, if you even think about watching a movie, just go fucking watch it. Dune Part 2, I highly recommend to go watch. It's fantastic. If you haven't watched the first one, go watch it. You can watch it on whatever streaming service that you want to right now. It's a great movie, but Part 2 is way better than the first one. And honestly, Timothy Chalamet, however you say his last name,
Timothy
Chalamet. I don't know.
I think one of the things that
I wasn't done yet. Though, his acting in this one was like way better than anything I ever saw before, including the Willy Wonka movie. Like he acted pretty decent in that, but in this one, his acting was like far superior than anything I ever seen him before. I was surprised.
I was gonna say, like, we were talking about COVID and stuff like that. Like, I'm really surprised that movie theaters or movie companies aren't doing like both a theater release of movies and a home. Because movies did during the pandemic, like movies were released at home, like people can watch it at home.
Yeah,
and I felt like, you know what, they were. I mean, we were paying like $35 something to watch a movie, which is like, I don't know, like a movie ticket for like 3 people, which is what a normal household is. Like mom, dad, and a kid. Like the stuff was working out. Like, I'm surprised they're not still doing that. But I mean, they are. Something I noticed is that they are. The movies are coming out to home a little bit sooner. Like literally maybe about a month or so. Like you can find the movie at home, or you can watch it like on Amazon Prime or Hulu or this and that.
Yeah, but let me that being said, like being able to watch it at home is great. But so
the experience.
Yeah, so the experience with this is why I want to go back and watch Dune Part 2 in IMAX, like legit IMAX. Because I watched like a whole like thing on this, and Dune Part 2 is like one of the few movies that is filmed, or at least projected in like the old school IMAX, like film type,
like full, yeah,
it's like the 75 millimeter fucking film. And the last movie that did that was Oppenheimer, so it's filmed in that aspect ratio, which is like I have a new wide monitor, even though it's not the aspect ratio of IMAX, but I can totally appreciate now like the different aspect ratios and like that wide, like that big format of IMAX with Dune Part 2. I really want to see it, but it's only shown. Dune Part 2 is only shown in 12 theaters in IMAX.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and like the actual like large format IMAX. which for me is like the normal IMAX.
I remember Batman Dark Knight, like the scene was like the whole bank heist. That was filmed in IMAX, and like that's how the movie started. Like you would go watch it in IMAX, and it was like, holy shit! I can see the sky, I can see the ground, I can see every fucking thing.
Yes, and when
after that scene was over, it was like back to the normal movie format.
Do you know why that is?
What? Because fucking, I mean, mainly it was budget, but like IMAX takes a lot of.
Like, it's literally, I think it was like $6,000 a minute.
Yeah.
To film in IMAX, and like so when they're filming in like the normal IMAX like film, it takes 1,000 feet of film to film 3 minutes of footage. 1,000 feet of film.
So
I think a mile is like 512, like 5,000 something, 5,120 something feet. It's a mile, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I heard like when the last Christopher one, I think it was like either The Dark Knight or Dunkirk or whatever. It was an IMAX. It had to be rolled in on a cart, and it had like boxes of like the reels in them.
Yes,
like numerous boxes had to be, and they had to be ordered so you could like string them up and fucking play them at a time. Because you have to like put one, because it's only 2 reels. You got to put one reel on.
No, it's more than one reel. It's more than 2.
It's more than 2. Oh,
yeah.
Because for this one, the third item is usually 2, so that makes way more sense.
Yeah,
but you still got to switch them out eventually.
Well, no, there's like sorry, go ahead.
Look, quick. For Titanic, like Titanic was like a 2-hour plus movie, and it was on 2 different reels, and like literally like the people in the projector had to like start loading up the next reel before the other reel ended, so that it would be like fucking continuously that like it wouldn't, the movie wouldn't be interrupted.
Yeah, so with IMAX films, there's multiple layers, and they have like, so it's like this really weird like cylinder, and you basically have to like spool all the things up. So it's multiple reels on there, and you have to spool them all together. You have to be like a technician to do this. And like they're all spooled up, and like when one is done, they seamlessly go to the next one. But it's like a multiple layers on the same thing. So if you go to like the nearest place where you can see it is if you go to San Jose,
the Tech Museum.
The Tech Museum, in the dome, like you'll see like the multiple.
My God, that's fucking awesome. I've been there twice now. Awesome.
Yeah.
But it almost works like a car. Like, so if you don't know how like a manual car works, like you have to like shift to another gear.
Yeah.
Like, basically, like how like these films work, they have to shift at the right moment, so the film just like seamlessly end up. You gotta be a DJ. You gotta be a fucking VJ, video jockey. Just synchronize the fucking movie to that scene.
I kind of want to revisit Kronos' claim. I'm looking at like a list of what's supposed to come out this year. I see what could be potentially. So a lot of these are maybes.
Sure, let's go.
I mean, they're franchises, but
yeah.
So this is a maybe. Bad Boys 4.
No.
Is apparently supposed to be out this summer.
Not making enough $1 million. No.
That's maybe. Inside Out 2. That's a
maybe. That's a possibility.
No.
That's a maybe.
Nah.
This one, I don't know what this is. I'm not gonna. A Quiet Place Day 1. So A Quiet Place has been. They're already 2 movies deep, and they've done pretty good. And this is the day one. How they come in.
They are not making a $500 million.
They're gonna make Bird Box money.
Yeah, if they make $250 million, I'd be surprised.
Okay. Despicable Me 4. These other movies.
No.
I haven't seen I've only seen the first one. These has the potential to make that kind of money.
$500 million. I mean, I don't see it.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. It's a maybe. It can swing either way. This one, I'm gonna. I don't want to mention this, but I'm gonna mention it anyway because it's a franchise film. Yeah. But I don't see this making money because it doesn't have any really big names. And the first movie came out in like the 90s, late 90s, and this is Twisters, the sequel to Twister. I don't see this making that kind of money.
No.
What?
Yeah.
No.
What?
No.
Deadpool and Wolverine, I already mentioned. That's probably
that was probably the number. That probably will make it. Yeah.
Maybe.
This one's a maybe. So this next one's a maybe. So we saw the trailer recently. This could go either way. We don't know. Borderlands. Borderlands is out later on this year.
No,
That could go either way.
No, if that makes $500 million, I'd be very surprised.
It'll get close.
If it does,
it'll get very close. Probably like in the 400 million range.
It's a hold on. Hold on. Pause real quick. This is a video game movie that honestly, it's like not even like I would not call this a blockbuster video game. Even though I love the series, I played it since like the first one, literally. But I don't see this making $500 million. I mean, I see it maybe making 250. Like maybe.
Like I said, it could go either way. It may make less. It could make only 150 million. Who knows? We don't know.
I wanted. I want to look up and see how much because Kevin Hart's in this.
Yeah, that's definitely a downside.
He doesn't put a lot of butts in seats, but he puts some butts in seats. And I was like, okay, video game, Kevin Hart. How much did Jumanji make? Because Jumanji was a pretty good, decent movie, and that only made like 262 million.
There's no because that had him and The Rock in it. Listen, if you have a movie with The Rock in it, and you ain't making money, you know, I mean,
Alien Romulus. That's another potential.
No, that's
a lot of no names.
No,
we don't know.
No, bro. A horror movie is not going to make $500 million. What is wrong with you, Ninja?
Yeah, it's rare.
The Sixth Sense made a lot of money.
The Sixth Sense. That was not a horror movie.
That's considered a horror movie.
That's a suspense movie. I'll give you that, but
it's considered a horror movie.
Horror movie?
Anyway, yes, it is considered a horror movie. Beetlejuice.
Did you say Hogarth?
No, horror movie. Beetlejuice, which is out later on this year. Oh, it's not the summer though. It's out in September.
No.
But I mean, that has a very big fan base. That could go either way. It's directed by Tim Burton and Michael Keaton's back. They're always a good combination. So you never know.
I mean, The Flash had Michael Keaton in it, and then it was good.
But he wasn't the star though. We as nerds, we made him. We made him a star.
Okay, can we please
go see that?
Oh, Ninja, please stop. That dude is. He is not. He is not a draw to the theaters right now. Michael Keaton.
No, I'm just.
This is not 1990.
I would say Michael Keaton was like the reason why the Flash was as good as it was.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like we're in like a different era. Like we're older people. And
we are
most people don't know. This is no disrespect to Michael Keaton because I still consider him a good actor, but I mean, it'd be like me considering I don't know, like Sean Connery. Actually, no, because Sean Connery still made movies in my day when I was a kid, right?
I think he did.
But like Michael Dalton,
he'd
be like saying Michael Dalton is still relevant in the 90s. Michael Dalton was not relevant in the 90s, even though he was a James Bond. You know, it's just like. He had his good days, but
that's Timothy Dalton.
Sorry, he's not a draw. Like, there's no way that Michael Keaton in the year 2024 is a draw in movie theaters.
I mean, even though Beetlejuice 2 would have Jenna Ortega,
and I'm gonna watch that shit. That's for sure. But it's not gonna make $500 million.
I'm gonna watch it once it comes to fucking Amazon Prime. But
oh shit, Monica Bellucci's in this movie. Oh shit! So apparently, what might come out, I don't know if this is true, but the Joker Part 2 or Filet Adieu, which is the second Joker movie, the first one made $1 billion.
Yeah, but
that's right.
I don't think that's repeatable, even though it's got Lady Gaga in it. But yeah,
it might get. I would say it might get close, but like it will probably be. Probably be in like the 300.
You want to know why it's not going to make it? Because I haven't watched it yet. I didn't watch the first one.
I watched the first one. So in addition, this may not come out this year. This might get pushed to next year. So it's not 100%.
I mean,
that's what I would do. If they were smart, I would push it off.
So this movie, I don't want it to make money, but the last two movies made money for some fucking reason, and it made a lot of money, and that's Venom. So Part 3 is out this year.
Oh.
Yeah, the last movie made like $500 million. Actually, I think more than $500 million, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, I don't see it making a full because The first one was decent. The second one was like, okay,
Second one wasn't
guess
all
you
that,
just-
and it still made fucking money. It's one of the top movies of that year, with
yeah,
at almost
I really
almost
hated
$1
the
billion.
second.
So
I really hated the second one.
yeah,
But
this is weird
if
to
they
me.
if Spidey
But
showed up in the third one, I think
he's
maybe
not.
yeah.
He's not showing up in the third one. And then
Wait,
wait, go ahead.
what back to Venom, like, because with No Way Home No Way Home, we got to see the symbiote suit, or at least the symbiote, like, kind of leave a little memento behind before Eddie
We
Brock
did.
kind of transported back where he needs to go to. So, I mean, if they do Venom and they like bring in Spidey, even if they brought in like Tobey, no, they can't bring in Tobey Maguire's Spidey because his suit.
They can. They did it before.
Yeah, it's the same one. No, because they did it before, but it's like a different Venom suit, so it's not like they can't cross-pollinate, basically.
Well,
like, it has to be like
probably
Andrew
not
Garfield's
gonna
version of
happen.
Spider-Man, I guess. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, maybe. I don't know. But
So
yeah,
another movie that I forgot that was coming out, and I'm not even sure it deserves a sequel, but it'll be out this year, and that's fucking Gladiator Part 2. This movie has Denzel Washington in it. Like,
Gladiator.
how? I don't know. How is that? It has Denzel Washington. Obviously, wait, what?
I was gonna say, did the Watcher does do sequels?
Normally, well, he did for Equalizer. He's in both the sequels. Yeah. And the third one's okay, but it's not like great.
What is Gladiator gonna be about?
I don't know, but apparently it revolves around a grown-up Lucius.
It's not Gladiator, like the TV series, like with the whole like shooting people trying to get through the obstacle course. Because that's only Gladiator.
No, what the fuck? Like that was American Gladiators.
American, that's right.
What the fuck? I don't know, with Denzel Washington, and I don't even know if he's a star. What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
We'll see. You never know.
Gladiator
Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was fucking Gladiator 1?
You never watched
Russell
that?
Crowe.
Yeah.
You never seen Gladiator?
It's a good movie. Yeah.
What is it? Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe back when he was like more respected.
Yeah. So I forgot about this movie. They're not talking about it. I haven't seen shit about it, but there's another Lord of the Rings movie out in December.
Yeah, that's okay. That's not. Are we being real here?
Oh, that kind.
Who's directing it?
Kenji.
Yeah, it's not making $1 billion. It's not making $500 million. Like.
Sonic 3.
Nope.
Nah.
And then Beyond the Spider-Verse, I guess, is supposed to be out this year.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It probably go close. It probably would top it, but like a couple of dollars.
So those are the ones that I think that could challenge that. There's more on this list, but a lot of them, like there is Wicked on the list. I've never seen the show.
No,
Wicked. No, Wicked. Play, but this is the first
I watched
live
play.
action. You saw the play?
Yeah, I watched play. I actually watched the play in New York. It was really good.
Yeah, because it wasn't only playing in New York for like years.
Wicked is it's a prequel to The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, so my my youngest, she was in a play for like doing one of the songs, One Short Day.
There you go. Oh yeah, here it is. So I'm looking at Venom: Let There Be Carnage. It did make $500 million. It made over $500 million.
Okay, I mean that was.
Wicked would probably be on the woke side of things if they. Because you got a green person.
I'm just saying,
you
like,
accept them.
You named all these movies, and like most of them are probably not gonna make $500 million. This is like, that's why I'm saying this is gonna be like a desert for movies in like the box office draws. I expect to see at least one major movie theater group to close this year. At least one. Like seriously, because like there's just not. There's no draw right now for like movie theaters, especially not a consistent draw. Like you can get away with like not making $500 million movies, throughout the summer. If you had like a lot of movies that made up for like the loss, but you not even that. You're getting like no blockbusters, not a lot of blockbusters. I'll say that, and then no like. There's no in between there. There's like nothing filling in the gaps. So, yeah. And it's sad because there's plenty of stories that can be told, but Hollywood decided to do the whole like we're not going to pay writers and actors the right amount of money, and they went through the strikes. This is the biggest problem that I had when the whole fucking strike thing happened. It's like you motherfuckers just went through the pandemic, and you still want to try to negotiate with the people that actually star in these movies. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you're basically destroying your own industry. And so I would expect, which is what I said a couple of years ago, of the rise of like foreign films, films.
Which what we're seeing.
Yeah, which what you're seeing now. Like that's why you're
Netflix.
seeing. Yeah, exactly. Like Korean films and shit like that. Like you're in Korean shows. That's why you're seeing Squid Game's coming back.
Squid Games.
And like the Squid Game, like the actual, like they made a real game out of it, and like all this other shit because like Hollywood they fucked up because they're too goddamn greedy. They have these gigantic budgets with stuff, and they're not paying their talent and the people that support talent enough money, and now they're paying the price. So fuck them, honestly, fuck them.
Yeah, because it's crazy because like these writers, they literally write the entire fucking movie, and they pay like a couple of $1,000 here and there, but then these movies make like millions of fucking dollars. It's like, okay, my image, my thoughts, my creativity went into this fucking movie. Like, how come I'm not making money off of that? Like, it's ridiculous, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree, especially when you have these CEOs that are making millions of dollars with golden parachutes, and they don't really do a lot.
Yeah.
And look at Bob Iger. Like he's the CEO of Disney.
Disney, right?
And he talks shit about the strikes and all that stuff. It's like what have you done besides you took over the company, but I mean I don't consider him like a visionary at this point. You rely on, the people that actually make content. He doesn't make content. He just steers the ship, sort of.
When did Disney die? Like, did Disney die like during our?
I think he died in 83, 86.
You talking about Walt Disney?
Yeah.
The anti-Semite?
Damn.
Basically.
Just talk about it in hushed tones, I guess.
Disney passed away in 1966, so he was dead before we were.
Oh, he's dead before him. Yeah.
When was he born? Oh, he's born in 1901.
1901.
Jesus, all right.
Yeah, because I forgot he served in. I thought he lived longer, but he served in World War I along with Tolkien. Apparently, they met in the war.
That's crazy. Anyway, we gotta shut this down soon because like it's getting late. I gotta edit stuff.
For sure.
All right, and Blue just walked away.
No,
I guess we'll just bullshit until he gets back. I guess. Hopefully, he's not gonna take a shit.
Start the outros. I mean, what you got going on this weekend? What's popular?
This weekend, it's gonna be interesting because Kay is going on a journey by herself. She's leaving the family.
Wait, what the hell?
Yeah, no, she needs some time to herself. So, she got laid off a couple weeks ago, and I told her whatever she needs, like, do it, and she needs some time. So she's taking the weekend to go up to Julian, which is a cool place to go to.
I have no idea what that is.
Julian is
it a retreat?
No, it's a small town in Southern California, in San Diego County. Very small.
Okay.
So she's gonna spend.
Hey, do what you got to.
Yeah, she's gonna spend like a couple of days there. I'll take care of I'll hold the house down and do the needful. And I'm gonna play some pickleball with my mother-in-law, which will be fun.
Pickleball?
Pickleball, yeah.
Is there actual pickles?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just keep bullshit for a second. Like, give me 15 seconds.
All right, Blue. Do you know what pickleball is? What is this? No.
What are we talking about?
No. Do you know what pickleball is?
Or less.
Oh yeah, pickleball is basically like it's like Foursquare meet tennis.
Foursquare
basically,
meets tennis?
Yeah, that's the premise I get.
That's hilarious. You never play pickleball?
I know.
So it's actually it's more of like wiffle ball meets tennis. Because this is the actual like I'm opening up like a new thing. This is like the actual ball. Pickleball is very
that looks
wiffle
like
ball.
that looks like a water balloon.
Yeah, it's very bright. And so it's funny. So like my mother-in-law, she plays pickleball. She loves it, which I think is great because if
it's fun.
If you're getting older, like you need to have like a thing. All right, don't just like don't do nothing. Like get a goddamn hobby. Okay.
Yeah.
So even like even if you're in your fucking 30s and 40s, get a fucking hobby. If you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, whatever, get a hobby and that keeps you active. Okay. And stick
if you make
to
content on Pornhub.
Yeah.
No.
Get a hobby.
Dang.
Get a hobby.
If you want to start OnlyFans,
find the bad dragons and keep going up in size. I'm just saying.
God.
This is a pickleball racket. So, which is kind of weird
Dude,
because
that looks like a foot massager. What the fuck?
Does it really? This is like it's a
no,
racket.
it's like a.
Yeah.
I see the handle. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It looks like a really big ping pong ball paddle.
Well, yeah, it really is. It's like ping pong too because shit. Okay, it just like edited that out. So I'm an A player at racquetball years ago. My dad was a pro, and so like when I first started playing pickleball with my mother-in-law, where I live, I didn't know we had a pickleball court here. And like one of my neighbors was like, "Yeah, we got a pickleball court," and I was like, "Oh, really?" And so I went down there, and there was like free rackets down there, and like somebody broke one of them. And I figured, I like playing racket sports, so I'll just buy one. So my dad was he was a pro, and he was sponsored by Prokenix, and so I got the best like Prokenix thing. It's like this is kind of expensive for a pickleball racket. And she was like, "Why'd you buy an expensive one?" I was like, "Well, my dad was a pro at racquetball, and now I buy like anything that's Prokenix. I'll get whatever racket sport that I get. So hopefully this does good for me." When we next play, because we're going to play on Friday. And yeah, this is one of the things. If you want to play a sport that is like kind of low impact, pickleball is a really good sport to play because you don't have to go very fast. The game slows down because obviously it's a fucking wiffle ball pretty much. So yeah, it's not very fast, and you can have a lot of fun playing that shit. It doesn't take a lot. So that's what I'm doing.
All I gotta say is that I hit it with a wiffle ball back, y'all.
Oh shit, 200 pounds.
No. No. It's what's the name song? Is it Beastie Boys?
That's what you said about fat chicks. Why are you lying?
No.
The listeners know.
No. There's a song that says that I hit it with the ball bat, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm on the cops got my gun.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm also making fun of you. So.
Oh yeah. What song is that? Shit. Anyways, I'm back. So you guys want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
That's where we are. So what you got going on this weekend?
Oh shit. Yard work, because in California we were in drought for like a couple of years, and like the last 2 years it's been like God was like, you know what?
Your backyard is probably fucked up right now, right?
Yeah, my backyard is ridiculous.
Yeah,
we got so much fucking grass back there. So I'm trying to do yard work so my son can play in the backyard, basically.
So
but
Blue,
like it's
I gotta kind of burst your bubble a little bit. Did you look at the forecast for the weekend?
Oh, fuck, man! Don't tell me it's gonna fucking rain.
It's
gonna rain
all weekend. It's supposed to rain for 2.5 days straight.
Damn it! Like my back.
Starting Friday, all day Saturday, and Sunday morning. It'll stop raining like Sunday afternoon, Sunday night.
Honestly, I'm glad because I don't want to fucking go out there and do the yard work, but I need to.
Yeah, me neither.
Dude, it's like a wild it's crazy out there, and it's not like
I
I'm
bet.
gonna go out there and use like a lawnmower and just fucking cut the grass. Like I need to actually like trim tree branches and fucking cut weeds back, and I probably would still do it because since the ground's gonna be wet, it'd be easier to pull them out. But like, yeah,
You got to start tomorrow. Then you got to do like tomorrow because Friday.
maybe,
I guess
man.
starting Thursday night, temperature drops, and then like Friday morning and all day rain. We're talking heavy rain apparently.
Damn.
What about
I
what
like
about chocolate rain?
Chocolate rain.
Rain.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're gonna have chocolate rain, my suggestion is Pepto-Bismol. I'm just saying.
I'll stay away from that. So well, since it's gonna rain this weekend, I'm not gonna do any fucking thing because there's not anything to do when it's raining. I was kind of hoping to take my son to the Oakland Zoo because outside next to the Oakland Zoo they have like a little carnival thingy, and it just gives him the more experience playing with rides. But I'm just gonna watch X-Men 97. Oh, we did talk about on a podcast, but Extraordinary came out. There is season 2, which is like
Oh, I've been watching.
it's really fucking
It's hilarious.
funny.
Yeah.
Got that. Like this one guy. So if we're talking about mutants stuff like that, talk about a useless power. It's having the power to like censor people when they fucking talk. Like that's gotta beep suck. Like God damn.
No. The other one was
it's
like
really funny, though.
the man that can sense women's periods.
Oh, that was fucking hilarious. Yeah. Oh my God. That had me fucking dying. Like she was talking about how like she had to take some pills because her periods coming. I was like, oh no, your periods not gonna happen like in 2 weeks and 13 hours and 15 minutes. Like he can predict it to the second, which is fucking funny. But then the fact that the pills that she took was like, spoiler, I'm gonna spoil it, but like it was a lot funny. But yeah, that show came back, which this came out of nowhere. There was like no ads or anything for it, but yeah, I'm watching that. I'm watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which is really fucking good. Because like Mr. and Mrs. Smith was a movie with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, and I was like, how are you guys gonna make a TV series off of this movie? And David Glover and
Danny Glover. No, Jesus Christ.
What's Childish Gambino's real name?
Donald. God,
Donald Glover.
We both fucked it up. How this happen?
Yeah. Oh shit. But yeah, like they're doing a really good job. Like the show is really fucking funny.
So hold on.
It's funny because
I'm gonna pause you real quick because somebody in the podcast hates the show, or he definitely didn't like the show. So Lando in the podcast, in the live stream chat, he didn't like the show.
Oh wow!
He said it was way too rom-commy.
Lando doesn't like his own show. What?
Yeah, Lando did not like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. He said it was way too rom-commy for him.
Well, the show is listed as being a comedy.
But it wasn't his shit.
No, I mean, I guess if you're looking for like a spy thriller, like shit blowing up, like that makes sense. It is kind
shit
of
blows up in the first episode, but then there's like a kind of a lull. I still enjoyed it though. Like the fart episode was hilarious.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of fun. For me, there's a lot of funny shit in there.
It's really fun.
But the end sucked. So I'll just for me it sucked. The end sucked.
Oh, what else am I watching? That's about it for now. I mean, I need to get back into fucking playing Maneater. Like I started playing the DLC.
Oh, there's a DLC. Yeah, I haven't played it.
Yeah, I started playing the DLC, and like I was like, "Fuck! How do I control my shark? I forgot how to control him." Like I was literally trying to attack a ship, and I was just getting fucking blown away because there was like scuba divers here and there. I kept like attacking like great white or what are they called? I was attacking blue whales to get my energy back.
Yeah,
so I was fucking already a badass. But the storyline is still there. Like the guy who does the voice of Jerry from
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, he just makes me fucking hilarious. But yeah, I gotta go back and figure out how to play as a shark. But that's about it for now. But that's it.
All right.
Go ahead, OJ.
All right. As far as me, I'm just gonna be gaming on some of the games I kind of recently bought. I'm gonna keep them low profile, so I just spent a lot of money on some bullshit. It's gonna be raining, so I'm definitely gonna be inside. We're gonna be doing some gaming. I will be playing some fucking Suicide Squad because the season 1 is pretty soon. I think next week.
Oh,
or,
okay.
Or today or
I'll
some
come back to
bullshit.
it. Yeah.
I don't remember if it was today or if it's next Tuesday. Really soon. I've been back into Destiny because the Guardian games ends in I think in a week, so I've been playing a little bit of that. Yeah. I've been playing a little bit of Control. I played some of that just to get back into it, just to see what's up because the DLC is I think it's $15 for both of them or some shit like that. So I might get it. We'll see how I feel, but I'm probably not going to. I'm just playing a lot of Call of Duty and I guess catching up on some of these movies. There's a bunch of movies that are on Netflix and Hulu that I've never seen, so probably gonna catch up on some of that shit. So we'll see. That's pretty much it for me.
Okay, sorry, I gotta throw this in real quick. So I had asked ChatGPT. I had asked, what is BMBTI? And ChatGPT said, BMBTI stands for Black and the Black Times Infinity. It's a podcast hosted by a group of individuals who discuss various topics, including but not limited to comics, movies, video games, anime, technology, and current events. The podcast covered a wide range of pop culture subjects and often features lively discussions, reviews, and commentaries from the host. It has gained a following among fans of geek culture and those interested in the topic it covers. So that said,
that's a great answer, honestly.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I feel like that's our fucking. Most of that was a combination of our SoundCloud description and our YouTube description.
So I asked it to tell me more, but then so it goes into a little bit more detail. It says BMTI's what to say, Black Times Infinity. BMTI is a podcast that originated from the Blaney's. They took Black and anime and put it together a podcast.
Blanime?
It features a group of hosts who shares a passion for various aspects of geek culture, including comics, anime, movie, video game technologies. The hosts bring their unique perspective and personality to discussions, resulting in engaging and entertaining episodes. And there's a little bit more. This is the funny part. So I'm like, hey, who's the host? It says, as of my last update in January 2022, the hosts of Black and Black Times Infinity, BMTI, hosts were Cthulhu Prodigy, also known as the Prodigy, Kronos, Blue, and Stitch.
What the fuck? Oh, this is not... Stitch is not a regular...
It says these hosts bring their unique perspective, humor, experiences to the podcast, conducted to the diversity of entertainment discussions and various topics with geek culture.
So
however, please note that the podcast lineup can change over time. So it's a good idea to check the most recent episode of the podcast, official websites, and social medias for the latest information of the hosts.
All right. I mean, honestly, that was a pretty good answer. So, but also search engine.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we're on there because before it literally listed some random fucking people for the podcast.
That's good. I mean, we have like 400 plus episodes out. So actually, probably at this point, probably over 500 if you just like count all the episodes. So yeah.
What's cool is that for Kronos, for your name, they spelled it KR capital either zero or
should be zero. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 0 then NUS. So.
That is my name. That's my handle. KR0NUS.
It is getting smarter.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say your boy Blue. It just says Blue and Stitch.
You're not your boy.
I'm not. I'm just Blue.
All right, we gotta get out of here because I gotta edit.
All right. Yeah.
All right. You just experienced Black and Black Times Infinity.
Infinity.
Says, you can check out our Blanime stuff every Wednesday, 8:30-ish Pacific time on YouTube Live. You can check out our official website, benheadproductions.com/BTIs, BTHANBTI. We have an email, bthanbti@gmail.com, and a Discord server. Let us know if you want to join by emailing us asking us if we want to join. We're on pretty much all the socials except for Truth Social, unless we're on there under some weird pseudonym that I'm
And Pornhub.
Yeah. We might,
but
no,
not
probably
in
have
Texas, because
Pornhub.
you can't get Pornhub in Texas right now.
Oh,
That's
that's
true.
right. We need to
Texas
find out.
pulled out.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
said.
There you go.
That's it? Shit, sorry, I'm fucking behind.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
Alright,
I tried to cover the bases really quickly.
I pulled fucking old man shit right there. You see that?
Yeah, you were dozing off.
I was like, whoa. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, we're out.
In penetrating further and further into the unknown vastness of space. Yet many questions remain unanswered.